Greetings, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 15th annual Golden Horn Awards. It feels really weird to say that. It's hard to fathom that we've been doing this for 15 years. I was someone at work the other day we were talking about my band's new record coming out soon, finally, and he's like, "How long you been, in the band?" And I was like, "I've been playing for, I've been in bands for, I don't know, like almost 25 years now, probably over that." So anytime you're doing something that cool, sorry for having some camera adjustments here. So if you see me moving, all right, how's that look? Good. All right. So anyway,
There's a delay.
So 15 years, it's just crazy, but it's awesome. It's because of you guys that I'm still doing this. Would I like more people to see this? Of course, but of course it's never been what I've been about. But I appreciate all of you very much. A lot of you have been around since the beginning. For any of you people that are new to the awards, I appreciate you making this part of your valuable Saturday evening. So thank you so much. How are you all doing? Chars. Celebration of the Year in Horror 2025. As you can see, hopefully next year we'll bring the sexy back, because as you can see, I'm down. We're down a man here. My sexy co-host, Lucio Finchi, unfortunately, is not here this time, but it's kind of old school. I've done, the first couple of years of the awards. I was by myself, and of course, a couple of times here and there. A couple of years ago, it was just me. But anyway, unfortunately, Finchi's not here with us in person, but he is going to try to make the chat. And on that note, behind the scenes, you guys can see me. My much better half, Shelly, is behind the board. She'll be running that. Say hi, Shelly.
Hi. She also put it in the chat.
My wonderful daughter is here. She, Justin Camwork, her being a filmmaker, so doing the lighting, so hopefully we'll look good. We are live here in Nightmare Video, coolest video store, at least in maybe upstate New York or whatever. But thank you so much, guys. I hope you're all doing well. So much to get to in housekeeping wise. There's definitely a big, for you guys, the long time fans of the Golden Horn Awards, aka the Hornies, by the way. Are you all feeling horny out there?
You.
Talking to you out there in the chat. I'm horny as fuck. So, but I got a big development as far as like how the awards works that I think a lot of you that's been around from early on, it would be considered a big development. Others would be like, who cares, But we'll get to that in a minute. I do want to say, again, it's cool that some of you I get to converse with throughout the year, whether it be on Instagram or texting or whatever. But there's a lot of you that join in every year, and this is really the only time I converse with you, and so I really value that. So I know there's a few people out there that watch this, and that's the case. It's kind of the only time we exchange opinions and just get together. So it just makes this all the more special. Hence the reason. Several years back, we decided to go live. The pre-recorded stuff had more bells and whistles, edits, and graphics, and our cool, fun skits in the beginning. But this is all about, obviously, the interaction with you. So please engage. Again, Shell will be running the board. She'll periodically let me know what you guys are thinking and saying. So please get involved, engage. And for any of you out there that won't see this live, that'll see this later, whether it be days from now or weeks or whatever, please leave comments. Let me know your thoughts on the year and some of your favorite films. So please engage. That's what this is all about, doing this live, and it just makes it all the more interesting.
Yeah, like it, share it, send it to your friends.
Yes,
let
please
them know
like,
it's
share.
on. It's going to be going for probably a couple of hours.
Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, of course, all that stuff. So if you are a fan of this, if you're new, please, if you dig it, share it. Try to get some of your other horror friends to watch. So again, super stoked to be here. I know there's people from all over the world that watch this, which is awesome. So I know the time zone difference is pretty crazy. My buddy Phil, I know, is over in Germany, so I know it's very late for him. He'll usually pretty much stay up all night. Yes.
We got an Australia in the house.
Australia, all right.
Explosive action.
Yes, he is.
Morning from Australia.
Absolutely. Good morning.
I can call out who else is here.
Yeah, it's wrong for me to say like good evening because I could, but that's awesome. To start your day with the Hornies is awesome. Get horny in the morning, man. He might have some morning wood. Well, he does now. If he didn't before.
I can tell you who else is in the chat. We got Irish Mad Dog, Robert
Legend.
McLean says glad to be here, Chars.
Chars, everybody.
Monsters a Go Go. Southport Rocker.
All right.
Now it's the new year with the Hornies. Good day. Hope all is well. Jonathan Wilhelm
Jonathan Wilhelm, he has to be.
got the old Milwaukee primed and ready.
He's a legend. I mean, as far
He
as
is.
the chat goes and the years that we've been doing this live, Jonathan Wilhelm, he owns the chat. I mean, he is a.
Yep.
I mean, if you wanna get involved with the chat, you're gonna have to deal with Wilhelm and his anecdotes and his nice little one-liners and his Milwaukee's best fueled ridiculousness. But okay, so there's a lot to get to before we officially begin because there's some changes here and stuff like that. But I do want to say because this is always goes hand in hand with the year. Obviously, again, some of you that watch, I don't get to talk to you throughout the year. So it's been honestly like a pretty rough year for me personally, for a lot of people that I care about. It's been rough for them and their loved ones. So it's just been overall a very tough year. It's been a rough year on the country I live in. And on that note, I will say, I always wear my heart on my sleeve. So I am going to say, fuck Trump, fuck MAGA, fuck fascism, fuck bigotry, and fuck ICE. And if that bothers you that I do that, I don't give a shit. This is my award show. And this stuff is affecting people I care about. My grandfather did not fight in World War II to have 75 years later our country turned into a bunch of bootlickers. So, and if you say, like, why are you bringing up politics? And
Horror is political.
thank you. Horror is the most reactionary, the most reflective genre in cinema. Social mores, politics, religion. It's been that way from day one. The most reactionary and provocative genre in that, and most effective in that way. And that's part of the reason I love it. So I don't want to hear why are you bringing this up. Anyway, so that's that. I had to say that with everything that's going on, and it's been a shitty year. And but that's not what this is about. That's it for much like I started last year's awards. Much like the year in horror, it kind of goes parallel with our lives, right? At least for me, who's so like focused on it. And for a while there, the year in horror was kind of matching the shitty year that we were going through, and it always generally starts off very slow. So I wasn't really, I usually don't get alarmed because generally speaking, the second half is always much stronger than the first half of the year. This year I was really starting to get concerned because, as Shelly will kind of see, I'll have this notebook and I'll literally write down as I watch films and stuff. And I told Shelly, I'm like, I have like a quarter of a page and we're in like July. So it was getting ridiculous. So that really sparked one of two things. My concern, of course, but we got some cat fighting action upstairs that someone might have to go take care of. So if you hear any, it's the cats. They're excited too, right? We all are. But anyway, so one of the things I love about doing this is the year, how the progression of the year, being so immersed in it, right? How it plays out, how my categories fill out, and just how it progresses. That's one of the really fun parts of the year for me. Every year is so unique. This year will definitely go down as one of the most distinctly unique years in, I look at everything so much in like a very Hornies historical context, obviously. I know some of you might too, the diehards out there. So like this year I was very worried, and so that first let me like, finally, it was inevitable. And for a lot of you, this is no big deal because you've been doing, most people do this anyway. But for 14 years now, coming in this year of the Hornies, my kind of criteria was it had to be either had gotten a physical release in any zone, region, or a somewhat wide theatrical release, right? That was my criteria. I didn't include streaming. Well, guys, this is big news. All you horny, what do you call like a horny files?
Horn dogs.
Horn dogs?
All right.
What do you got? I always bring up like these silly questions, right? We have by the way, a category name that was chosen last year in the Horny, so get ready for that. And you know who you are, who picked that. Anyway, so what would you guys who are diehards, you're proud of it, you wear your horniness on your sleeve, what do you want to be called? Like, people, you diehard horn dog? Do you want to be called a horn dog? Anyway, throw it in the chat. Jonathan Wilhelm probably has a great answer to that.
Horny
Anyway,
too.
so I realized it was time. I wasn't having a lot of physical releases, excuse me, I'm already losing my voice. And so I was like, okay, I think, like I said, it was inevitable. And I wasn't like stubbornly trying to stop it. Luckily, I didn't need it over these years. It always worked out with the way I had it. So finally gone the way. And then the second point on that, is telling you guys, times have been tough for a lot of people. It has been for us financially. So it's even better just from a financial standpoint that, we're not owning every single movie that's nominated. Not that you can anyway, because again, a lot are not getting physical releases. So anyway, long story short, it worked out good in two ways to allow me to have more films available, and of course it's cheaper too. And on that note, this is kind of a good segue in the transition of the Hornies now finally including streaming. This is I guess the perfect example. Again, it normally never really cost me films in my opinion. But this was kind of like the perfect example of a film in that transition. This film, The Bordelak, great French film, vampire film. Loved it. This physical release came out this spring. And this streamed pretty much fairly widely last year. So here's an example of kind of that film stuck in the middle now that I've switched. So this is a film that definitely would have been nominated for Best Picture last year. It would not have won, but it would have been nominated. So I did at least mention this since it's not going to be in this show either, and it wasn't in last year, so I had to give some props to The Bordelak. Let me know if you guys like this. This is a physical release, so I love the film, so awesome. So I kind of had to mention this because this is pretty much the lone film that kind of got stuck in the middle of my transition here. So there you go. So obviously it's not a big deal to most people. Most people who do these best of shows or lists, they've been including streaming for years, but it's new for the Hornies. So what do we got? Any suggestions for what you'd want to be called for you horny fans out there? Anything?
I got horn doggies and horny toads.
Horny toads and horn doggies.
Also, the feed is flipped, so I don't know how to fix that. When you held up the movie, it was backwards.
Oh, it's backwards.
I don't know how to fix that.
The fetus flipped.
Feed is flipped.
It's just we're using the front camera on the phone, so
Yeah, so sorry guys if this is
it's gonna be flipped.
Yeah.
We
sorry.
cannot flip it without ending the line.
Luckily I'm not gonna
Yeah.
really be. So really I'm backwards. So really this
You are.
eye is over here.
That's right.
Crazy, isn't it? All right. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you're all feeling well. Hopefully any of you guys dressed up. As you can see, well, I'm not going to get to what I'm wearing yet, but as you can see, went a little more casual. The turtleneck, especially with like I said, this year it's been such a freaking bizarro year anyway for the Hornies, switching to streaming, and Finchy isn't here, blah blah. So it's definitely feels a little weird. So I didn't want to go full decked out as normal, but next year it'll return. But back to that note of this year. So I was very worried, but as always, the horror genre, the best genre and most diverse, and I can say now the most resilient, because by the end of the year, I love this year. I was for most of the year, some of the people I talked to throughout the year, I was like, definitely the worst since 2013. And the Hornies, again, I looked at everything through the eyes of the context of the show. And these people agreed with me, and I was really getting worried, it had potential to be maybe the worst year in Hornies history. Which is still fine because obviously we're so spoiled. Every year is amazing. But anyway, when all is said and done, guys, I love this year. Again, it's going to be very unique to me because I'll always remember that progression of how I was, it was really bad at one point. I was worried it was going to be the worst year in Hornies history. But when all is said and done, I love all the films in these categories. I have my typical sheet of honorable mentions. So a lot of unique films, a lot of great films. So long story short, us people have to be resilient in life and just like the genre that we love. So props, everyone hold up your drinks, whatever, hold up your kid, your dog, your cat, your snake, something. Hold your head up. And to the year in horror, it came back strong, and I'm really happy with this. I'm really excited in this guy. So let's go to I think here. I have some little notes here that I want to make sure. So yeah, we'll get right to probably before we get started. If you're regular here, I love the what am I wearing?
Who?
So
Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? Sorry.
This is a what are you wearing gear.
Yeah, I'm wearing a turtleneck, everybody. By the way, I've done some, if you follow me on social media, I've done some, promos throughout the day. Busy day. That's another thing that's weird about today. Normally, Finch and I would do our deliberation where we go through together. It takes hours. Go through each category. We pick our winner, discuss, disagree, agree, and so that was, devoid of that today. So today's, again, it's just been a little weird, but I'm super excited right now. I'm super horny. So yeah, so who am I wearing? you know, Finch and I have access to a lot of designers, of course, as you would imagine. So we get contacted, like, hey man, we're gonna send you something.
They
You know,
reach
like,
out a lot.
They reach out a lot. Like, if I could show you guys the number of emails, it's at least 10. And so I was like, I turned down a lot of good shit because I knew, Finchy wasn't gonna be here, So I was like, I put in we kind of have like a designer group chat, and so I put out there. I was like, you know what, times are tough. The economy's shit. Surprise, surprise. Shelly and I personally aren't doing very well financially, and I was like, you know what, I want to wear something working man. What's a good designer that maybe you go to your department store, get some, but still nice, still feels comfortable, stylish. So I got the perfect response back, guys, and you know what I'm wearing for the working man who's on a budget. Things are tough, recession, right? Might have a recession, you still gotta look good for an award show, right? So I'm wearing Galaxy by Harvick.
What?
Galaxy by Harvick International Clothing. Google it if you don't believe me. Galaxy is one of their kind of like sub clothing lines, and they provided me with this very comfortable turtleneck. So what do you guys think? I have been on social media twice today. I've gotten Billy Corgan.
You got a third in the chat.
Another one. That's 3. Thank you.
And Star Trek vibes.
Star Trek vibes. Totally what I was going for.
Carl Sagan? No Carl Sagan comments yet?
On the note of Billy
I am the
Corgan.
danger.
No, I am the danger, Matt.
Yeah, well,
Come
I
on.
if I had the proper goatee or something, perhaps.
You're
But
almost there.
Corgan, I mean, I'm not really a big Pumpkins fan. I do like some of the Pumpkins records, but
You got a Dr. Evil now, too.
Dr. Evil, really? Man. Maybe it's the last year of the turtleneck.
I don't think it's the turtleneck's fault.
No, I've
It's
done,
the
I've done the
combination.
shaved head. I mean,
Yeah.
You guys have seen many looks over the years. Anyway, I like his podcast. Billy Corgan has a YouTube interview show.
Rockin' Bunny said Billy was amazing live.
Yeah,
You have that in common, too, aside from
Hey.
the shaved head.
He plays
both
in front of a
amazing
little
live.
more bigger crowds than I do over the years. But his interview show. I think initially his interview show, highly recommend it. I've watched most of them. I think his pretentiousness really would come out early on. He kind of like every interview would end up
It's just
directing
him
back
talking.
to. By the way, when I tour, and I'm sure he got some flack for, got some constructive criticism about that. He definitely improved as anyone would over time, and I actually think he's really good at it. So anyway, here's a little plug for You're Welcome, Billy. So all right, so I'm wearing Galaxy by Harvick. If you don't believe me, again, Google it. So thank you, Harvick Clothing Line, for this nice thing. And of course, what am I drinking?
Who are you drinking?
Who am I drinking? Grow Brewing, which is a couple hours north here, so generally kind of close. Upstate New York, kind of in the Syracuse general area. So this is cool can, Snarl, and it's a hazy IPA. Look at the alcohol by Valmont. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? 6666. So cheers, everybody. I want everybody, again, someone. But if breakfast, you got the whatever, orange juice, whatever. What's the big breakfast drink in
Coffee?
Australia? Besides coffee. I mean, everyone, not a coffee fan, but so let me know if he says, well, like, what's he drinking right now? So anyway, hold it up high. Positivity from here on out tonight, guys. Again, I fell in love. Took a little time. Took a few dates, and I ended up falling in love with this year.
Explosive Action is drinking black coffee.
You know what? I remember that from before.
Jonathan Wilhelm said Marmite.
Mm.
Do they drink Marmite down there?
There it is. By the way, go Sabres.
They're winning right now.
1-0 right now.
Oh, it just started.
They're wearing black and red, so they're gonna.
Anyway, and then on the Sabres.
Just
Okay,
that.
this hockey, by the way, for any of you who don't know the Sabres. They haven't made the playoffs. It's the longest drought in professional sports with the New York Jets in football. Anyway, the last time the Sabres made the playoffs, I had just started the Hornets. So put that in perspective. I've been doing this for 15 years. They haven't made the playoffs since before the Hornets. So hopefully maybe this is the year. I switched to streaming, right? And
Maybe they'll switch to winning.
switch to playoffs. So that's go Sabres anyway. So everyone, please hold it up no matter what you're drinking, alcohol free, whatever. And I don't know if Jay's out. And obviously, I realize a lot of people could be watching
He said
that
hello.
aren't in the chat.
Eric
thank you.
joined.
And again, everyone out there, if you're watching this next week or whatever, future Horny Watch, hold it up. Hold up the drink. I hope you guys have a good time tonight. We're going to celebrate an amazing year in horror yet again, even when I was doubting Thomas early on in the year. But hold it up, and I want to give, since Finchy is in the chat, so say hi to Finchy, everybody. Tell him how much you miss him. And I'm stuck with this Billy Corgan clone wannabe here. I also want to give a special chars, not only to the year in horror, but also to Finchy's awesome dog, Ginger, who passed away recently. So, iconic dog.
Drinks up to Ginger.
All dogs go to heaven, right? So, chars to the year in horror, to Ginger, everybody.
Glasses up.
All right. That's really good. Would I say if it was bad? Yeah, but. All right. Check my notes. We're finally going to be able to get going here. All right. I think. Oh, so I'm going to start with my honorable mentions. These are all films that I recommend to at least watch and own if they have a physical release. These did not receive any nominations at all, so it's kind of a little preview of. You might listen one here and say, "What? You didn't nominate that?" Okay, so they haven't. But again, I recommend them. A desert, kind of super cool horror noir film. This might surprise people. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, part of the, what do they call it? The childhood
Trauma.
world of horror, which I know Hope's not a fan of that. Shelly and I definitely enjoy it. That legit, we really enjoy this one. This one's a lot darker than the Pooh ones, which are kind of like, they're all silly, really. But this one's definitely dark. I like the story. Really cool practical effects. And Umbrella put out a great release of it, so highly recommend it. Peter Pan Neverland was super cool. Went up the hill. Super cool, unique, creative ghost story. Two films this year by Marcel Walz, Brute 1976 and Garden of Eden. Super cool practical effects in both those films. Awesome Irish, I believe it was Irish, Friwaka, Irish horror film. It's funny too, as the year progresses, how in my notebook, certain films are in categories for a long portion of the year, and then they get knocked out. Here's an example of one that was at one point kind of firmly entrenched in best form, best score. So it's funny how as the year progresses, I love seeing how things kind of work out. The Surrender, super cool film, great performance by lead actress. Rounding, Scared Shitless, really fun, cheesy creature feature with practical effects. Does have a physical release. Please Don't Feed the Children. 825 Forest Road by the makers of the Hell House films. Hard Eyes, just fun, good popcorn slasher. Nice addition to Valentine's horror. The Monkey, I know that's been on a lot of people's lists. Fun one. Influencers, I've never seen the first Influencer, singular, but I really enjoyed the sequel. Definitely got to watch the original. What are your thoughts on those two films? Until Dawn, another good, fun kind of popcorn horror film. Dead Male, super cool looking film. I think it was shot on 16. The Dead Thing, It Feeds, Night of the Reaper, Abraham's Boys, He Never Left by our good friends in the Witching season crew over there. Great job as always. Bloody Axe Wound, definitely one of the coolest titles of the year. And I mean this when I say it, Popeye the Slayer, man. Shelly and I really enjoyed that one. There was one or two other Popeye films. That's the funny thing with these public domains. There's multiple ones. This one, Popeye the Slayer, man, we really enjoyed it. Practical effects. I thought Popeye himself looked really cool. He was hiding out in a spinach factory. There was a cameo by who's the burger guy? Wimpy. Sorry. So anyway, and there's a physical release of that too. So all right, so there's your recommended honorable mentions. They did not receive any nominations. And to preview for the after party, there are, I would say, 4 or 5 films that I've seen on a lot of people's top lists. I mean, this is always the case, and they did not receive not even honorable mentions. So I think it would be interesting to talk about these films on the after party. A little teaser to stick around. I know usually it's only a few of you stick around. I appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. It's more definitely for the diehards, for the horn dogs in particular. But anyway, I think it'll be cool to talk about some of these films, and some of these might be on your top tens. And again, please, as we go on, let me know what your favorites are. If you think I'm out of my mind for whatever, you guys know how it works. And if you're new, thanks for joining me, and we're gonna get going here. First category, on the note of like the physical release stuff, which I would usually do that on the after party, because this year's been so kind of weird for us, like personally and stuff. I just
People are
wasn't
just
in the
impatient
mood
in the chat.
to just kind of like show off physical releases. Just didn't feel good to me. So I will at the after party at least show a couple of my favorite releases of the year as opposed to having. We'll bring those.
I
Those
might not bother
categories.
yet since it's flipped, so holding them up might be pointless.
We'll switch that when we.
Well,
Yeah.
you can still see it.
Yeah, you can still see it. I mean, you just turn around. If you turn backwards,
Just watch it backwards.
It'll be straight. Just watch it backwards. Remember, like, listen to a record backwards? It might be a little satanic when you look at it, but, so yeah. So on that note, first up we're going to kick off. You guys ready? 2025 Hornies is officially started. Get grandma up. She said, get her up. And don't give me that look. It's like, get me up for the, I don't want to miss the first award. Best artwork, which is, coincides with physical releases, but we can also be talking about the poster art or whatever. Okay, so your nominees are Finch, I Miss You. It's just not the same. So please give Lucio some love in the chat, y'all. They Call Her Death. It's the funny thing about this release.
Don't bother.
Sub-label.
Oh, I think you should. It's about the artwork, not the words on the page.
The sub-label of Vinegar Syndrome is this actually has multiple cool artwork. So, I mean, just across the board. The thing about this film, I saw it at a film festival last year and it showed with my daughter's latest short film. So that was kind of cool. Director was there, super cool guy. He was real cool with you, right, Hope?
He gave Jane and the Brain 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Jane and the Brain 5. He gave 5 stars, so the director of this awesome film gave 5 stars of Hope. But anyway, super cool guy. Horror Western. One thing I want to make sure I do when I do categories is stick to discussing the category as opposed to kind of ruining my thoughts on the film that will be coming up again later, you know what I mean? So I want to talk about the actual films while I'm just discussing the artwork. So The Blade Cuts Deeper. This is the only nomination, by the way, spoiler for this film. So not a bad little low budget Italian slasher, but love that artwork. In the Grip of Terror. From Amicus Productions, they're back, y'all. They're doing some low-budget horror. It's a guy from Human Centipede 2. Adorable little fellow. Some cool artwork. Street Trash. Quasi-sequel to the OG 80s film. Love that. You had Bloody Axe Wound. Probably the best title of the year would have to go to Cannibal Mukbang. Say that. It just feels good to say it. Say it out loud, everybody.
Cannibal Mukbang.
God, it's like I drugged them first and haven't done it yet. Cannibal Mukbang, just like, that was weird. They're not on drug. I don't drug them before they start.
This is us sober.
Cannibal, yeah, there you go. The alcohol is flowing. Anyway, that artwork, awesome. You can tell I like very painting, like artwork style. And lastly, Begonia. All right. Again, not commenting on the films themselves, remaining focused on the category at hand. Cut the ribbon. It's officially on. The Horny goes to for best artwork of 2025. Begonia. What do you guys think of this? I would love a poster of that.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's kind of.
I can literally get you one.
She could literally get me. So, there you go. Kind of, I don't know, 70s feel kind of. But anyway, I love that. It's super cool. Glad they used this. Sometimes it'll be a great poster art and the physical comes out and some stupid bullshit. All right.
Irish Mad Dog says Cannibal Mukbang has the best art for him.
All right, he would have gave. I like that when people said I would have gone.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're all so good.
It's an honor just for them to be nominated.
Right.
Thank you, Hope.
Exactly.
I don't want to say they're all winners because that's not true, but it's very just to get nominated is really fucking cool. So I'm told. All right, love this category, cinematography. I always say Bob is my man, and Mario Bob that is, and great cinematographer, and it's a big deal to me. and add so much to a film. There's way too many films that just have shitty, like have no cinematography, right? It's just like vanilla. They filmed it, shot no artistry to it at all. That anyway. So it's not these films. So your nominees for best cinematography are Good Boy, Begonia, Invader, Dead Talent Society, love that title, Vicious, and Jimmy and Stiggs. Those are your nominees for best cinematography. Do the award here, and we'll quickly discuss each of those films. Give me that so I can reference it after. Thank you. Hope on the cue cards. So thank you, Hope.
You're welcome.
All right, guys.
Hold up the envelope.
Visually stunning stuff here. Eye
So
candy.
we know it hasn't been tampered with.
Because Irish Mad Dog said no envelopes. So we
They're
got
here,
'em.
man. They're here. Now, Horny goes to for best cinematography. Love this category. I love all the categories. All my kids, right? Although,
Who's your favorite?
Hope's my favorite kid. He's my only kid. Best cinematography, Good Boy.
Woo!
Shot by a dog.
I didn't make it up. Good boy.
The dog shot it, right?
So on the note of these nominees, before we get to Good Boy, Begonia, obviously one of the bigger budgeted films involved in the Hornies, one of them. So obviously they have the access to, equipment and the people to do it. But great, well shot film, a lot of great tracking shots, a lot of moving, like lots of scenes of a lead actor riding a bike, car shot, just a great well shot film. Invader is a great example of a film that, when I think of cinematography, to me it's usually like appealing, like me being a Baba fan. Colors, stylistically, kind of framing and active camera, stuff like this. With Invader, it's a great example of something a little different. It's very personal and intimately shot. A lot of it's close-ups, active. It just adds, we'll talk about that film later on, that's why I want to stick to the specific category. It's just very an intimately shot film, which you don't see too often. So, and it made a great, it just fit the film so well as we talk about the film later. So just a little bit different style to what appeals to me cinematography-wise. Dead Talent Society, a lot of good colors, more, I guess, traditional eye candy. Vicious, super cool, is by the director Brian Bertino, who did Dark and the Wicked and won Best Picture for The Monster. I cannot tell you what year that was.
2017.
17? Okay. I'm gonna try at the end of every Horny. I try to go through all the lists. But Vicious, just every scene. It's one of those films where every shot was like strategic, and I just appreciate it so much. Even if it's something like mundane. I'm looking at a can of beer right now, and every shot was just so perfect. There was a lot of, and most of the film was just in a house, so it was a lot of like staircases and stuff like that. If you saw the film, you know what I mean. Just super well shot, very strategic. And Jimmy and Stiggs, Joe Bagos, right? Bagos.
That sounds right. Bagos.
It's not Bezos.
No,
B
not
E
Bezos.
G O S.
No. Joe, I don't know if he
Bagos.
pronounces Bagos. Anyway, prolific director. Got nominated for Best Picture for Bliss a few years back. Anyway, he stars in it, directed it, and he shot it, I guess, in his apartment. Gets very dirty, so I don't know. He's got some money, so he probably I don't know.
Paid a cleaning.
Yeah, but anyway, so majority of it's in his apartment, and to be nominated for Best Cinematography, and it's in shot not just one location, but a small location, and they did a great job with the lighting. Kind of like it's like the whole movie was under a black light, but not in a gimmicky way. It just looked awesome. Anyway, awesome job there. And Good Boy, why it won for me is it's a rare instance where cinematography can evoke poignancy. So like, again, a lot of mundane shots, but when you add the way it was shot, this great score, and then the context of the film, what's going on with the dog, it just elevated the drama to it that much higher. So it's just so well shot with just so many kind of just like, you're not looking at anything particularly spectacular. So it's just an amazing job of a unique experience visually, and I thought they did a great job with that. So there you go, Good Boy. Good boy. Second
What's
horny.
Good Boy's name, Tom?
Indy is the dog's name.
Hey.
We'll see if
Like Indiana Jones.
yes, it actually is short for Indiana Jones. Charge, y'all. How y'all feeling out there? You guys starting to get horny out there?
Jonathan said, Bad Moon, Good Boy, Airbud, need more dog-led horror.
Bad. Oh yeah. Bad
Airbud.
Airbud, dog-led horror.
Didn't mention Cujo. Like they
No.
Airbud. Which one?
All
I
of them.
prefer third one.
All of them.
What about Santa Buddies?
Wasn't there a bunch of those buddies
Yeah.
movies?
Snow Buddies.
All right, best score. This is definitely one of Finchy's favorite categories. So, charge to my musical muse in my life. Your nominees for best score. Another great year for scores. Invader. Again, we'll start to see these repeats as the awards go on. Good Boy. Welcome back. Sinners. Harvest Brood. Begonia again, and Best Wishes to All. All right, before I go through and discuss, give me that. Hand me the apparatus, and that way I can look and we'll go through them. All right, guys, moving along. Best score. I love Switch. The coolest thing too is when the score comes out on like vinyl. It's so cool. Couldn't afford it this year, but
I got you one for Christmas.
it wasn't from this year though.
No.
All right. And the horny goes to for best score / soundtrack. Sinners. Before we got that, discussing that film, why I chose that. Invader fit that intimate cinematography very well. Kind of at times abrasive, kind of like metal at times. Kind of some punk. Some kind of like droney, dissonant chords, stuff like that. Fit the film perfectly. Good Boy, really good score. A lot of, if I remember correctly, like some strings. More of a kind of atmospheric, dramatic score. Same thing with Harvest Brood. Harvest Brood first. Now that I'm including, opening the world of streaming to the hornies. First nominee that was ever streamed on YouTube. Entering the hornies. So you can see Harvest Brood on YouTube. Again, it's very kind of synthy, if I remember correct. Some of these it's been a bit. Begonia, cool score, had kind of like more bombastic, like big, loud jolt, not like jump scare style, but just more like swells and big, more of an epic score, which fit the film. And Best Wishes to All was another one with a lot of strings, more kind of like traditional, like creepy. But Sinners, funny, and what's interesting about this is like, as far as like what I would listen to would be the other scores. As far as like, if I was listening to music on my own, I'm not a big blues guy. Respected, of course, all the great blues musicians. But that score was just so incredibly intrinsic to the excellence of the film. I mean, it's kind of really like a quasi musical in some respects. There are a couple, call them literally like
Music sequences.
not, I don't want to say dance number, but yeah, there are a couple, or at least one scene where it's a group of them are singing a song. And I'm not like a musical guy in the least, but again, it's not a musical, but honestly, the music is key to the story, the guitar player and the blues and all that. I love how that worked out, but like just the music was great. There is even like, when it's a vampire film, if you haven't seen it, you should. I would assume all of you have seen Sinners, but there's a couple of times when like the vampires are kind of introduced and there's just kind of like a big, really heavy droney chord, kind of dark, more like low end. And the first time that gets played, because up until that point it was all kind of like more like up-tempo blues stuff or even like bluegrass. And the first time that's shown, just this big like heavy chord, it shows like very quickly, just like this vampire moon pops on and I wasn't expecting it. It was just it was really cool. But anyway, awesome score. One of I think the best individual scenes of the year in horror was involving this film when they're in the club, the farm club, whatever you call it, that they opened up.
The juke joint.
And they kind of go through the history of music and African American music, and like the way it's shot, it kind of pans around and like it starts with, because it's a period piece film, and then they'll show like, you know, the progression to like Hendrix style guitar, and then they had like hip hop, and it was, gave me goosebumps, to be honest. It was just amazing and really awesome. Yes,
I have a fun fact.
anecdote.
Sinners had the first woman cinematographer to ever shoot on IMAX film.
Should have said that during the cinematography. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it didn't win, so
Okay.
and it wasn't even nominated.
Correct. All right.
I want to read
Thank you,
a couple chats. Jonathan said, if anyone was going to present the award on score, it had to be Billy Corgan. You should have done it in character.
Okay, have any of you watched his interview show? Because I'll do a little impersonation. Because it's funny. He has like note cards.
Yeah.
This will be really funny for any of you who actually do watch it. So I'm gonna have his card, right? So I just asked you all a question, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, that's it. Anyway.
Could you also do Sean Evans from Hot Ones?
Sean,
Oh yeah, you got the
Anyway, so like Corgan does a lot of that, like, you know,
the thing.
he's a cerebral guy like me.
Eric also said, fun fact, the guy in Sinners who plays the blues kid actually learned guitar for the movie.
Really?
He didn't play guitar before.
See, I didn't, but he did sing. He is a good singer. Like, that's him singing.
I-
I've seen him like playing for audiences.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah,
like, since that movie.
I was unaware that he learned guitar. Like, because I saw that he obviously has a great voice. Like, so I just assumed that like he had been a guitar player for a while. But yeah, thank you, Eric, for the.
Jonathan said had to get that think and fart out. That's what Billy Corgan does. Gets his brain first.
It's all that pretension in there, kind of clogs the.
Right.
But I like how calculated he is. You kind of sometimes you just be like. Okay. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the anecdotes. If you have any, please send them on out. Anyway, so yeah, what did you guys think about? I mean, love the film, but specifically speaking about the score, that scene was great though. Literally in the theater, gave me goosebumps, and
You got a lot of agreement.
similarly when I rewatch as many of these films as possible, and felt the same on the rewatch. So, Sinners.
Chars.
That's what you should call the fans.
Sinners?
Sinners.
I actually like that. I mean, technically, we are all sinners, right? What do you guys think of that? I mean, it doesn't. It's not a play on words.
No.
I got a lot of
But-
positive for toads because, it could just be
horny
the-
toads.
or just
the
toads, and then it can be implied that they're horny toads, but
How about
the
the
fans
toadies?
can just be toads.
Great
The
band, by the way.
toadies, yeah.
Toadies. Well, we're gonna decide by the end of maybe the after party another reason to stick around. I will name you all, and I won't drug you first like I did with these two.
The Horninators.
Cannibal mukbang. Fucking like Charles Manson. Fucking some weird like trippy '60s cult vibes. All right, best effects. You all out there with
I
me,
thought it
right?
froze.
I'm glitching. There's no. Again, I'm sorry that I'm backwards. Just turn, like I said, turn your whatever you're watching this on. If you turn around with your
turn it
phone,
on, yeah.
my eyes will be in the correct spot. This tattoo is actually on this hand, so if you turn around, everything will be correct. Okay, so no CGI, right? We're talking, at least in the world of hornies, in the horny world, all the toads are practical. There's no CGI toads, right? This is about the artistry. It's funny, I go off on these little things. That's why you love me, right? I can't just stick to the fucking point. But there was like an Instagram page that does like practical effects, super good. I forget the name of it. So I commented. I was like, fuck CGI. This is amazing. And I said something like, I insinuated how it was like for a TV. I always see these like effects for TV shows. So I comment like, I bet you they went over it with. I bet you they butchered your effects with CGI. And their response was like, I have some friends that do CGI, so I'm like, fuck off. Anyway, they were basically like, just like, hey, they're artists too. Fuck it, they're not. Anyway, if any CGI artists are watching right now in the chat, I'm sorry.
I mean, they are, but like, they're not doing it. You can't touch it.
I don't want to hear it. This is about practical effects. So best effects. The cool thing is, generally speaking, it kind of appeared from, at least from a mainstream perspective, that practical effects were kind of being, relegated to more like independent stuff or foreign stuff. But now, like, I mean, case in point, last year with what do you call it? Help me out.
What are you
The
The
talking
body
about?
horror masterpiece from the Substance. Just case in point. But generally speaking, even in the bigger budgeted films, you see more of an embrace, I think, of overall practical effects, which is awesome and encouraging. Okay, best nominees for best effects. Match, first nomination for Match. That's on Tubi, by the way. You guys want me to like say where I streamed it? I don't know how astute you are with where these films are available. Street Trash, Meat Kills, not true. Harvest Brood, here's another one. The YouTube movie. Jimmy and Stiggs again. Is that 3 now for them? Or 2?
2.
Bring Her Back, the first one for the. We'll talk about Bring Her Back. Okay, thank you. Any predictions out there, or what are you guys? What are you guys thinking? And the Horny goes to for best effects. We love practical effects. They literally make me smile. Meat Kills. Give it up. French film. So I'm going to stick to the category. Match has a particularly, not to get too involved, their Match is more on, there's a, I guess you could, monster, I don't call him a creature, it's a person, had a dick. So it's really about more so like makeup generated. Just with Match, like, I don't want to get too into it anyway. It's more of like prosthetics and like makeup. Street Trash, as you can imagine, they did a great job emulating the original with a lot of like gross, liquidy gore. I love I assume it's one of the more simpler gags, and I say that with complete ignorance to doing effects, but like they have a lot of like you have a balloon or you blow up.
I think that's a squib.
Squid, is that what that is? The term?
Believe so.
So it's like, like the bubbling skin. A lot of that, some of that was in the original. They do a great job, and then like it bursts and like pink shit comes out or whatever. So there's a lot of that in there anyway. They did a great job replicating the effects vibe of the original. And Meat Kills, I'll say in a minute why that. There's Harvest Brood, very low budget film. So it has low budget effects, but incredibly well done. If you can appreciate low budget effects. Jimmy and Stiggs, a lot of liquidy, a lot of splattery alien heads. I love. If you've seen the film, I'm laughing. It's just such a fun, ridiculous film. But the aliens they used were just kind of like, remember that one we got you?
The little.
Do you have a
one?
skeleton one too, or no?
Yeah.
With like
It's
a
an
big
alien
head?
skeleton.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but they're not. Funny thing is that they're like fighting these aliens, right? And the aliens only like, I don't know, you see, like I don't know, four. Like if you like, you can grab them and hold them, and they're just what appears to be latex. They don't like talk or move. It's just kind of, but they look awesome in the lighting. So a lot of splattery effects, liquidy, gross out stuff.
You got a lot of agreement for Jimmy and Stiggs.
And then Bring Her Back.
Well,
Kind of what I
No.
said, more of a kind of somewhat more of a big budgeted film that embraced bigger than these other ones that embraced practical effects. Are great. There's some great makeup in that film. Kind of an iconic scene with teeth biting wood and a knife. So props to that for them. Those I think the brothers directors for going that route. Much appreciated. And then Meat Kills. So it's a French film and it's definitely gore in a typical French fashion. So all practical gore effects, some great makeup of burns. Basically someone gets put into a vat of just boiling water pretty much. So great job with makeup, lots of cut limbs, very bloody, just excellent gory goodness there. There's also real pigs in the film. It takes place on a pig farm, real pig farm. We'll get to that later. They will have more nominations. So they did a great job, like using actual pigs and kind of the editing with the effects. Just awesome job. So congrats to whoever did the effects for Meat Kills. Congratulations. I'll be sending you your award. Give it your address. We'll get that.
The
Over.
golden
Can you see
horn.
that? Can you see that?
Yeah, it's on camera.
But it's really over here. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's backwards.
Mhm.
You see that, guys?
It's there.
In case you wondered what do you mean golden horn? You mean like a logo does have a horn, but that's it. It came from this. A metal Ronnie James Dio. R.I.P. by the way. Ozzy too. We're talking about that. Ironically, two greats from the same band at one point. So there you go. That's the Golden Horn Award.
It's pretty heavy.
It is. Quality.
Don't break it.
It's all right. There's a new one made every year.
Yep, exactly. You know how many of these I send out to all these like effects guys and shit? It's as many emails as I get from designers. 8 to 10. All right, here we go. This has become one of my favorite categories because it's fairly new, maybe like still relatively young in its infancy of an award. But as someone who I consider myself a writer, I love writing. And why did it take me so long to have best screenplay on the awards? But it's here, and it was initially kind of pushed on me, inspired by the film The Night House. So I have it here. It's called. Let me show them. Give them a little behind the scenes. See, there's the cue card. I don't want to spoil any of the. See, The Night House Award screenplay in parentheses. So yeah, so that was the house. I loved how well that film was written. It kind of like was, man, why the fuck have I never done best screenplay? So anyway, so it's called The Night House Award. So what'd you guys think of that film from a few years back? Was it like 4 years ago now? Anyway, so this is, I tell Hope, my daughter's a filmmaker. I belabor that point every year probably, but I'm very proud of her, and said from the beginning, the foundation to a film is the writing. Okay? It's huge. So here it is. Props to great, well-written films. Your nominees are Sinners, again, all over these awards. Bring Her Back, Best Wishes to All, Rule of Jenny Penn. It's a first nominee for that film. Good Boy again. And maybe a surprise to some, the remake. It's like times are changing. Tom is nominated. Silent Night, Deadly Night. There you go. For, in my opinion, the best 6 well-written films of the year.
I forgot about Rule of Jenny Penn. We saw that so long ago. It seems so long ago, but it's amazing.
All right. Those are your nominees. What do you guys, give me some feedback. What do you guys think about writing? Does it matter to you? I mean, obviously, you know, we all like our cheddar fest, our cheesy films. Every film I see doesn't have to be well written, but, you know, it's a big deal to me.
Rockin' Bunny said that was an incredible remake.
Who said that?
Rockin' Bunny.
Rockin' Bunny. All right.
Rockin'.
Rockin'.
R-A-W.
Oh,
Not
raw.
Rockin'.
You,
Rocking Bunny.
he rocks raw.
Right. Southport Rocker says for screenplay, Sinners is huge script.
Yeah, these are, I mean, these nominees, like, just heavyweight. These are great writing. Props to writing.
Rockin' Bunny is Courtney.
Okay, awesome. Hi, Courtney. Rudy's upstairs yelling.
They can probably hear him.
Can you guys hear any?
I wonder if it picks up.
He's senile, by the way.
Geriatric cat.
Geriatric
Yeah.
cat. I tell him every day. I tell him to go to the light.
He's been around for all these hornies.
The horny ghoster. This is big to me. I mean, I'm a lyricist. I love writing. I love poetry and philosophy, and so this is just a big deal to me. And this goes to, I do not take this award loosely, so this is big. Best wishes to all. Quickly, Sinners. It's just such a cool story. Did the director write it too? Anyone know that?
I think
I
he
think
did.
he did. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like with, you know, race comes into play, and it kind of this balance of, like, you know, social commentary, but also with the music, but then also religious themes, because they do the devil, you know, so essentially sell your soul to the devil type thing. And there's a nice blast, subtle line late in the film that basically puts down religion, which is going to score extra points with me personally. But yeah, just so well written, creative, and then to turn that into a vampire film, and not just in a gimmicky way. I mean, the vampire was key. Obviously, it's metaphorical and stuff, which is big with vampires and vampirism in general. But anyway, I just so well written, good characters, all that stuff. Bring Her Back. I thought that was very well written. Another thing I tell Hope, like, I love films that have likable characters. Like it matters. Obviously, there's characters that are meant to be disliked, but generally speaking, it's gonna resonate with you, pull on the strings a little more with you to care. And Bring Her Back, I think, is a great example of that. The two leads, brother and sister, great characters, well written, great dialogue, awesome film. Rule of Jenny Penn, that was super creative, kind of almost like an old school, was a hag horror that they used to call elderly. In this case, they're in a.
Wait, that's a thing? Hag horror?
Yes, it's the whole thing with what's her name? You guys see the brain farts on. It's Billy Corgan. It's just that he's getting inside of me. I can't remember. The hag horror from.
Wait, take a moment.
Betty Davis, right? Yeah.
It'll come to you.
Betty Davis, Joan Crawford. There you go. It works. It works. I can see why he does that now. Yeah. So the hag horror was kind of like a thing, basically, older actresses in kind of an exploitative horror movie. In some cases, fighting each other. In this case, it really reminded me of that. It was here you go. John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush, is that it?
Yeah.
So those are the two. It works. I can see why he does it. So those two are in a retirement home.
Yeah.
And they basically go at it with each other pretty much, and it's kind of like cat and mouse. Super cool. I just it's not like the most profound script in that sense, but it's just, I think, well written. Two veteran actors literally late in their careers. They kind of wouldn't expect them to be in a film like this, and it's just well written and super cool. Good Boy. There you go again. Again, these are films we'll talk about more later, so I don't want to get too in depth, but just using a dog as a huge element of a film is super creative, of course. And then Silent Night Deadly, why I did that one is, generally speaking, over the years, I've been kind of like outspoken in my disdain for remakes, with exceptions, of course. I love the newer Evil Dead. What bothered me is just more so when there was that trend of like, particularly foreign films, where like a foreign film would come out. A lot happened with a lot of the Asian ones, right? Then like, a year later, sometimes the last one would be in production for American audiences, right? I kind of like that is the kind of thing that bothered me. If you're remaking an older film, I can see why, but if you do that, I feel like the best thing to do is make it your own. Don't just redo it, and then add some subtle or not so subtle homages to the original, right? And that's why I think Silent Night Deadly did a great job of that. And they completely turned the story around. I mean, you had a killer Santa, and he actually did work. He didn't work at a toy shop. He worked at like a seasonal, like a little Christmas shop. I think it was well written. The lead character, was his name Billy in it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it took like a lot of. There's even a scene early in the film with the grandfather, right? So there was a lot of parallels to the original, but then they kind of overall turned the story around, almost made him into like a vigilante. Mm-hmm. Like he only wanted to kill like ass shitbags, and so that was super cool. I think it was actually quite woke.
Do you want to spoil it with our favorite
At
scene?
At this point, I mean, come on, we're January 10th. If you're watching this, there's going to be spoilers. So I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, I mean, if it's really the case, go get a beverage or something. Go see if Grandma's okay, and great scene. Basically, where like a bunch of Nazis are getting fucked by Santa, like a Nazi meeting. So it's,
rally.
A rally. Yeah, it's actually quite woke. And
yeah.
If you didn't tell from my monologue in the beginning, I'm a woke
Antifa.
guy. I'm Antifa.
Rockin' Bunny said, "Don't forget the Garbage Day reference."
Yeah, I mean, there was like I said, like there's the antlers, right? There was some scene with the antlers, so they had like clear little homages to the beginning, but it wasn't like a scene for scene remake, and they kind of redid the story. And I like I said, the vigilante aspect of the character. But the lead guy was really good, likable. It was just well written. I think they did. Like, that's how you do a remake, in my opinion. Practical effects had very Christmassy, so it had the seasonal aspect. We were pleasant. We went in with very low expectations. Hope, my daughter, works at a theater, so a lot of times we get free passes from her. Thank you. And so this was kind of one of those, like, I wasn't really particularly in a hurry to see it. It was like, they're free. I run an award show.
Might as well.
Might as well go see it. And we ended up loving it. So anyway. And then, so what the hell won? Okay, best wishes to all. So, Japanese film almost feels like Sion Sono, who I love, one of my favorite filmmakers could have done it. Allegorical film. I'll get into more specifically later, but it's definitely, if you guys know me well, I gravitate towards script-wise. I love a good metaphor allegory. And this one, kind of, I'll talk a little bit more about the film later on. I kind of like social commentary on capitalism and kind of the role that we play personally into the suffering of others. And so just did a really great job of turning that into distinctly Japanese horror film. It had some Japanese tropes, some creepy scenes, some humor, just brilliant film, incredibly well written, great performance by the lead actress. Anyway, so that wins. But charge to all those screenplays. Just props to the writing. Oh shit. We've gotten to that point of the awards. I should be done with the beer by now, because this is when the hornies gets a little horny. You guys know where I'm going with this. If you're new to the show, this is when we give props to, we do writing and performances. This is when we're talking about strictly being superficial and whatever floats your boat, right? Whatever you're into, as long as it's not bestiality or
Children.
pedophilia, like our president. This is, so on that note, Finch and I would do, being the heterosexual men that we are, we would do, it used to be hottest babe, lame, like juvenile way of referring to it. But, I love a hot guy when I see one too. And for all our homosexual friends out there, we're going to do our own. This is what really sucked not having Finchy around, because we like talking about men that we find attractive, right? I mean, this used to be called the slam. It's kind of one of those categories that kind of come in and out of the awards, like
It's
in and
evolved
out.
too.
That song, in and out,
In and out.
like accordion, in and out. So it was the Slam Pig Award. Shelly and another friend of ours used to come up.
Maria, she's in the chat.
Is she in the chat? Hi, Maria. And so they would present that anyway. So for hot guys, but then Finch and I are like, fuck you. Like, this is our awards. We're gonna do this. So anyway, so first we're gonna start with If I Were Gay. And it's not called a bit. So last awards, you guys named this category. We didn't like Slam Pig. They named that. So who was it? Let's see how good my memory is.
Wait, you have to read that comment.
You and your horror movies commented, I bet Moods is watching hockey, getting drunk, and chasing moose. Because he's not here, so. What else would he be doing?
Yeah, where is Moods?
Watching hockey, getting drunk, and chasing moose.
Yeah, it does suck. That just occurred to me. Moods is not here. Well, Moods, if you're not here, I hope that's your excuse. You should be doing one of those three things, if not all three. Anyway, was it Irish Mad Dog who won? We didn't have competition. Kind of. We basically said, what should we call this award? And it was. Am I right? Was it Irish Mad Dog that came up with this? He just said. So,
he also said Fairest Maiden.
The Fairest Maiden Award instead of.
So Char's the Irish Mad Dog. How are the Sabres doing that one?
It's intermission. 1-0 though.
So he named this. So thank you, Irish Mad Dog. I know you told me your actual first name before. Paul. I don't know. I'm just sorry. I don't remember, but I did remember that you came up with this. Celluloid Casanova, formerly the Slam Pig Award for hottest guy of 2025. And this one, my nominees were on my own. I didn't have Finchy with me, so this is all on me if you disagree with it. So so your nominees for Celluloid Casanova hottest guy of 2025. Your nominees are, I guess, no surprise, Michael B. Jordan. Dual role, so you get twice the sexy.
He should have been nominated twice.
Double impact. This is like the Van Damme. There's two of them. So you got, if if he turns you on, you gotta see this movie, horror fan or not. So from Sinners, by the way. Yeah, this one I hate doing these names. Dean. Fujioka.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Sometimes I embellish Asian names. Not gonna do here. From Monster Island. Super cool creature feature, by the way. Kind of like
He's not alone.
creature from the Black Lagoon, guy in an actual suit. Definitely could have got a nomination for effects. Super cool. Go check it out. Streaming on Shudder. Maybe a surprise to some. Joe Swanberg. You know, sometimes you got the Michael Jordan. I'll wait till after this to kind of go off on my rant. Invader. Another one for Invader. The old original, one of the Goonies.
He wasn't a Goonie.
Hey.
In the beginning.
He ended
Okay.
up being, you know, he was a little, at first, apprehensive, you know. But Josh Brolin from Weapons. Weapons, first one. Definitely on a lot of people's list. Also a film I know a lot of people hated. So that's one of those divisive films. Anyway, Josh Brolin. You want to fight about it if you think he's in his old age, you know.
Still looks good.
He's got his hair.
Yeah.
Jacob
Elordi.
Elordi. Frankenstein. And Dev Patel, Rabbit Trap. What do you guys think? So for the first ever celluloid Casanova, I'm sure this wasn't a lot of old music in the background, like I don't know, some type of.
You won't let me have a soundboard, so
Well, we know,
I would
we
play
know why.
something.
Yeah, you shouldn't have the soundboard.
Turning the old school Howard Stern show. It's like boner boing every like 2 seconds. Best cinematography boing.
Fart sounds the whole time.
Yeah, there's a reason. Okay, so the first ever, and then I'll discuss why I chose them. I get real
We got
specific.
2 votes for Brolin so far.
2 votes for Brolin. Yeah, get your homosexual votes in. Okay. The Horny Ghoster for the first ever officially celluloid Casanova. Dean Fujioka from Monster Island. Google him. Check him out. I will say, if you look, I like my Asian men. I like my Asian women. You Google him, you're like, what's this pretty boy here? In the film, a little more rugged, plays a soldier. He's a little dirty, so he's not a, don't start harping on me for picking some pretty boy Asian. He's he's a little more grizzled in the film. Michael B. Jordan, obviously, good looking guy. If you like the muscular type. Joe Swanberg. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
That smile, though.
That smile, though. You're next. He's a writer as well, producer. In a bunch of good genre films. He's just adorable. And look at his face. That smile. Sometimes the smile just gets you.
You should have picked Larry Fessenden instead.
Now he wasn't
He was a
good
good
boy,
boy.
right? I mean, if you like that old
Weird
SPCA
looking.
bulldog looking look,
He played a dog?
pretty much. No, he didn't, but he looks like a dog.
He was good.
He could have
boy's
played
dad.
the dog.
He was good boy's
He
dad.
could have played the dog. Oh, I'm Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. So if you like the monster, And Dev Patel, like they kind of like scraggly beard type of. He was in Green Knight, so there you go.
Solid
Google all
list.
these guys. Let me know what you think.
Solid list.
There you go. So Dean Fujioka, something he can write home about. And on that note, that segues right into the Carolina Bang Award, which she won twice, and we renamed it. She, of course, is the lovely beau of Alex de la Iglesia, prolific, amazing director, one of my favorite films ever, The Last Circus. So you look at that guy, I tell you what. He's not making any of my celluloid Casanova. I don't want to be mean. I love him though. I love him. He's a great director. But anyway, he got Carolina Banks. So anyway, there's a lot of this category is way more awkward being by myself.
It should be.
There you go. Okay, so your nominees are Sherry Rappel. They Call Her Death. This This would be a great one for Moods. Moods would be hollering, pumping his fist right here. Mrs. I'm not gonna call her that, but it's a little nickname. Mrs. Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Haley Steinfeld, Sinners.
She loves Buffalo.
Yeah. Isabella Gomez, the mannequin. Megan Tremathick, In the Grip of Terror. April Consalo, Cannibal Mukbang. That's how you say it. Okay.
Cannibal Mukbang.
There you go. No, not. And Hassie Harrison, Dangerous Animals. That's for the Down Under.
The
So you still
Aussies.
watching, or do you have to go to work? You don't have to work
let's
today,
see.
do you? Okay. The Horny goes to the Carolina Bing Award for Hottest Babe of 2025. What are your votes? Get them in. I really wish we could run some
Polls.
I don't know, like Vegas. Get some money going through this thing, man.
Some
You know?
bets.
Yeah.
There's an app. There's a
Could be
betting app.
lucrative for all of us.
Yeah, you could have put that on a betting app.
Well, you got any predictions, or did everyone go to sleep?
Explosive Action said it's Sunday, but I'm here getting lunch soon.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Am I running? Have I been that long-winded?
It was
Yes.
breakfast.
It was breakfast in the beginning, or is that just an Aussie thing?
You've been live for that long.
Yeah, what are we at here? Sabres game's over. I've been talking that long. Did I go on that big of a...
It's 8:14 right now.
So wait, you just had
Oh,
breakfast.
he's on holiday right now, so
Oh, he's on
he doesn't
holiday.
have to work. Yeah. No work.
So wait, so I like to learn about different cultures. That's the thing about,
Well,
I gain wisdom by having people from all over the world to watch this. Is Phil here, by the way? Did he fall asleep? Godfather of Gore?
I haven't seen him in a while.
It's like 5 in the morning there, so I don't know.
He fell asleep.
But yeah, is that like a Aussie thing where you have breakfast and then like an hour later you have lunch?
Oh, he said,
Is that
my
what brunch is
breakfast
for?
and coffees never end.
Oh. I like learning about the
Forefathers
tones.
here.
The
Godfather.
tone. Hey Phil, what's up? Sometimes you gotta nudge him a little bit. He's like,
You heard his name.
yeah. He's like, I at least gotta make it to the Carolina. Is Phil there? Yeah, man. All right. Whipping out the impressions like crazy. That Billy Corgan one. All right. With bated breath. Horny goes to House Babe. Isabella Gomez, Call Your Parents, the mannequin.
Let's call your parents. I thought that was the movie.
I'm telling her to call her parents because they're going to be so proud. It's for the mantle. All right. Have you guys seen The Mannequin? Director of Initiation, which was a film I loved from, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. Kind of like a college rape revenge film. Loved it. But anyway, that's director of that film. So, and you guys know me well, I love mannequins in the horror genre. And there were mannequins in that film, so there was multiple. There was a main mannequin, kind of like the main
The lead mannequin?
lead mannequin, the titular mannequin. There were a couple others. Anyway, so was this the category that you kind of
I came up with
a few
yeah.
years? So this is one that Hope added. Another one that much like not as important as screenplay, although it's later in the awards. But she's like, how about you do a best cast? I was like, yeah. So this is another one that's kind of, in the 15 years of the Hornies, it's about maybe, I don't know, 5 years old or so, but it's turned into another favorite. So a lot of times we'll say, what a cast that was, or like if I'm talking with Finchy, but the cast was great. So this is best ensemble cast, and on that note, ensemble, what is that? Anyone know? Hornies trivia. Not really trivia, but like the rules, like for it to be considered an ensemble cast, you need at least how many? Any guesses out there?
3.
There's a delay. Wait for the.
Delay, so I can
Wait
say
for the
fuck,
chat.
and they won't hear
Not yet.
it. Shit. No.
Someone said 6.
6? That's got to be Jonathan Wellham. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fucking-
You in your horror movie said 4.
Matt, you're not working, are you? I think last year Matt was in working the ER
4 people
late
saying
night
4.
shift.
9.
Matt, you off tomorrow?
Jonathan.
Matt, last year I'm pretty sure he watched from work.
Yeah.
He almost got fired.
No, he just had to keep like putting his phone in his pocket.
It's only like Matt. This guy needs an X-ray
He's
over
not
here.
working.
Like Matt, he needs an X-ray over here. He's got like a Hot Wheels up his.
I just wrecked him.
And what are you watching though? What are you doing, dude? Got this guy sitting there, a couple of bald guys talking about horror movies. And this guy needs an X-ray.
This guy with a railroad spike through his
Jesus Christ, man!
through his cranium.
Get back. Oh, okay, you're off. Cool. Never mind. All right. So for the record, it's 3. You need at least 3 to be considered eligible to be in Best Ensemble Cast. Okay. There
Wrecked
you
him, damn near killed him. We got in the chat.
The old Milwaukee is flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where is Moods?
There was Jonathan did a Jaeger bomb too.
Did he really?
So we got people doing
Fuck
Jaeger
yeah, I
bombs
would
out
love to
there.
do a Jaeger bomb. All right, guys, this is my second favorite day of the year that Jaeger bomb triggered. My other favorite day being our annual October Horror-thon, Halloween Horror-thon. And my second favorite day of the year is right now. So, Charles, everybody, again, thank you so much for joining us. Your valuable Saturday night. For anyone watching later, thank you. Please comment. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Share. Tell your horror buddies to watch this. This is the Academy Awards of Horror. And I tout it as the longest running horror award show. And I haven't had anyone give me proof to the contrary. So that will continue to be a moniker for the show. Longest running award. Okay. Best Ensemble Cast. The Mannequin. They're starting to rack up the nominations right now. Weapons. Sinners. There's all over the place. The Damned. That's the first one. I'd like when we get a new one. Bring Her Back. Another one. And Frankenstein. Thank you. What do you guys think? Do you guys out there give a shit about casts?
Yeah, people are commenting. We got Jonathan said weapons. Rockin' Bunny said.
I just think it's super cool, like when you. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
What do you say? I want to know.
Rockin' Bunny Frankenstein, Southport Rocker Ensemble Cast Frankenstein.
Hmm.
You and your horror movies think Sinners. So yeah, people are thinking about it.
Okay. A mess here.
The cats will clean it up later.
Yeah, Loomis usually comes down for that. Another reason to stick around for that party. You can see Loomis.
Yeah, he'll come down.
Yeah, he'll come down. And...
Sit in your lap.
So we got some.
Dr. Evil.
Again, we
like-
got a few releases,
They
physical
push
releases
the
to
ice
show off for the
across.
after party. I'm going to talk about a few kind of on some lists, films that were highly touted that I that essentially disliked. So I think that'll be interesting for you all, and you get to see Loomis. So, and we might spin myself around so you can see me properly. Anyway, so that's some motivation to stick around for the after party. The views always go way down for the after party, but I don't blame you guys. It gets late by that time, but I appreciate the diehards out there. That's for the toadies. I'm gonna say toadies. What do you guys
I like
think
the
of that?
toadies.
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of the band, 90s band, great record, Rubberneck. So, I don't know, I kind of like it, toadies. That could kind of be like inside his
Horny toads.
horny toad.
It's just short for
So it's
horny
kind of
toads.
like, kind of cryptic. What do you guys think, toadies? I like it. Mario, the gamers out there, Toady.
Toady?
You know.
It's just Toad.
You don't call him Toady?
No.
Okay. I haven't played Mario in a long time. Okay. Ensemble cast, The Horny Ghoster. This is awesome. Hope's category, she came up with this. So best ensemble cast of 2025 goes to Weapons.
Woo!
First one for weapons.
I had a threat earlier in the day, comment. Someone said, "If I love the show, but if Weapons ends up as your best picture," he didn't say he'd kill me, but he was pretty upset. So it remains to be seen if that ends up winning the big prize. But it won best cast. And let me go through these quickly before I get to why I chose them. Mannequin. What's really cool about the Mannequin, I mentioned how it was from the director, whose name escapes me, of Initiation. Like the lead cast is pretty much the same as the initiation, which is really cool. So that's super cool seeing them as like 4 or 5 years later. So it was just super cool because I like them a lot, initiation. So super cool to see a repeat cast. Sinners, again, besides Michael B. Jordan, the actor who Eric said learned guitar for. Is that Eric? Is that
Wagenblatt,
Okay.
yeah.
So Eric being a guitarist himself, by the way. Check out the band Cemetery Echo. They're on
Finchie's
Spotify.
in the band too.
Finchie's in that band as well. So yeah, and buddy Eric's in the chat. He's in it. He's a guitarist, so I didn't know that. But anyway, so I loved him in that role. Of course, Haley Steinfeld, but all the side characters too are great. The one guy who's like, he's like the older guy who's kind of drunk, and he's like.
He was outside. Was he left outside?
No, not the one not the one who's guarding the door, but the one that they did.
Oh,
to
yes, I know
replace the older guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna protect you all. You stick with just a great likable. Again, I always talk about likable. I love likable casts. Even if they're shitheads, but are they likable? You know what I'm trying to say. The Damned. That's a film I saw. That came at least in the year. It came out had a limited theatrical release early in the year. First time I saw it, kind of one of those situations you guys almost like wasn't in a great headspace. It's real atmospheric, so it just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I had a headache, or I don't know what. One of those instances, right? It just didn't. It didn't feel right. Anyway, I rewatched The Damned. I ended up seeing it 3 times, and I loved it. About a group of. I'm not gonna get sidetracked. Great ensemble cast, more of a serious film. Super atmospheric. These fishermen. In Iceland, but a great performance by the lead actress. So basically, a bunch of fishermen who are out, one of those like where you're out for a month out fishing. So it's kind of like The Thing as far as like kind of starting losing your wits, and so one of those like much more serious in tone. Frankenstein, right? I mean, great ensemble cast, more bigger stars. You got Mia Goth, who I love, and who's the other lead?
Oscar Isaac.
So yeah, just super cool cast there, obviously, and bring her back. I mentioned earlier, the 2 younger actors, the lead actress, even the cop, or she worked like to see if they were fit to
I don't know
the
what movie you're
kids.
even talking
Bring her
about.
back.
Oh.
She worked at the social.
Yes.
The
lady,
worker,
the social worker lady that was visiting the house.
Yeah, like, even she was like really cool because she didn't believe the son at first, and then when she like, I don't know, just even her secondary character I thought she was great. But why I picked Weapons, I just love pretty much everyone in it, and they're all kind of had there's obviously humor level to the film too, so like there's a lot of quirkiness to it, which I really like. Lead actress was cool. Yeah, Josh Brolin, but I really like. Well, we'll get to, I guess, because of the next award is Best Character. Maybe I'll elaborate a little more on that with what's coming with the next character, with the next category. You'll get a while away, and then I'll talk about Weapons a little more. Okay, so what do we got, Hope?
Wait, somebody said, can we discuss the druggie in Weapons? Best surprise supporting.
He said I'm phobic.
Who said that?
Rockin' Bunny.
So it's funny you say that. That's where I'm kind of segueing in here, and you'll see why. So, Best Cast leads into Best Character, which I thought, you inspired me with cast, and then I came up with another new one, Best Character. So, how many times you watch, obviously we're talking horror here, but you're like, man, I fucking love that character. Just like, Michael Myers or whatever it is. Like, what a badass character. So that's where we are here with Best Character goes well with right after Best Cast. So your nominees for Best Character, tell me some of your favorite characters of the year, please. Your nominees are Gladys from Weapons. Weapons starting to get in here. In case you didn't know, I'm using the character name, not the actor name. So obviously, props to how does a character become a good character? Obviously, it's the writing, but also ultimately comes from the performance, right, of the actor. So it's also kind of a quasi acting award as well. So Gladys Weapons, The Child from Rabbit Trap. I'll elaborate on that after. Man with the Black Umbrella. From Man with the Black Umbrella. What do you think of that? The title of the film is called.
That's how good of a character it is.
Man with the it was named after him, right? So, are you guys confused?
Nope.
Plus, it's backwards. The screen's backwards, so they're really like Umbrella
Everything's-
with the
Everything
black
is
man.
backwards.
Umbrella. Did they just hear Umbrella with the black man? It'll turn around.
Nothing
it'll
is
be better.
fucked.
Nothing is fucked. And then Anthony from Weapons. So wait, they won Best Cast, and they have two. See, it makes sense. It all just ends up coming together.
Falls together.
Don from Begonia, and Henry from Match. All right, we'll elaborate on these. I'm sure you guys are intrigued. I love this cat art. What do you got? I love this. It's so cool when we add. It's like, what was it, like a year or two ago? I had Best Kill. Like, why did that take so long? And by the way, it's not part of this year's awards. You know, some awards come in and out, like the accordion. No Best Kill this year. Not to say that there weren't kills, but there wasn't enough, in my opinion, to like fill the category. See, when Finchy's here, I can drink more beer.
Because you're not talking the
You're
whole
Not
drinking
talking as
twice as much.
No, he's drinking
No,
half
Oh,
as
you
much.
should
Half as
drink
much.
twice as much.
I know. That's what I'm trying to like. Can one of you give me another beer, please? Because we're pretty much at like the halfway point here, so super cool. All right, so yeah, we're like, who won? Finch, I don't know if you're still watching, but I miss you, buddy. And you know, the last time, here's a little story, and I said this that year in the awards. It was like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. He was unable to make it, and he did it. Talk about like the sweetness. Your friends do sweet things, right? That you always cherish. So you know, you guys knew what happened behind the scenes. You know, during obviously a chaotic day. Contrary to what you probably all think, a lot of work goes into this. Besides, why they laugh?
You're the one who said contrary to what you think.
Well, and it still didn't need a laugh track. So like, besides the hours, ridiculous hours of my loser life of watching these films, sometimes 2 or 3 times. Besides that, the prep, you know, going into this. But so like, it's literally maybe 5 minutes before we go live here, right? He didn't make it. He sends me a text message. This you want to talk about? This to show you the type of guy he is, right? I open it up. I probably shouldn't do that, right? I mean, I'm about to host the biggest award show, genre award show, you know, on YouTube.
Exclusively on YouTube.
That very few people watch. I look in the, what do I see? A pic, image. I see the Finchy image. You know when it says image before you open it up? I'm like, what's he sending me? Does he know I gotta fucking do this show? It's him in a suit. He says, I'll be watching, and I'm dressed up. I almost fucking lost it 5 minutes before I had to go on. He almost fucking made me cry. It was like a selfie.
Like, how dare
Fucking-
you?
Fucking wore a suit. That's the type
Even
of
though
person
he
we're
kinda
missing
like
today. All right. Anyway. Such an emotional guy. So woke. Best character goes to 2025. Oh, this may surprise me. Henry from Match. Maybe a controversial one. I don't know how many you've seen Match. But I'll get to why I picked Match, but let's go. Definitely some other great characters here. Gladys from Weapons, she's the, would you call her the lead? Well, not really.
The force.
Antagonist, you know?
She's the force of the film.
The force of the film. Essentially a witch, right? And am I not mistaken, there's a sequel on, is it a prequel?
Prequel.
In the works,
Yeah.
yes.
So origin story, right? Of hers, which is super cool. It's definitely kind of like quirky humor, but it's also kind of creepy. And there's the witch element. So yeah, super cool. I think it's super cool that, obviously I like the film. I know there's a lot of people out there, especially from the person who threatened me earlier in the day, if it wins Best Picture. Never been threatened before the awards, so that's kind of cool. That means he's probably watching. The Child from Rabbit Trap, if you haven't seen it, super cool. I think it's a British film. If you love your folk horror, we had Free Waka, which got an honorable mention, and Rabbit Trap with Dev Patel. Very atmospheric, moody film. Irish country or British countryside. Anyway, there's a character that comes into the film that kind of androgynous. You kind of don't really know. I couldn't really tell. I think they like kind of portray him as a boy, but the actor is an actress. So it's kind of like they added some mysterious of it. But anyway, great character. Very kind of like at first you kind of feel it's like I don't know, maybe younger kid, maybe like 12 or something. And it ends up playing a huge part in the film that visits Dev Patel and his wife in this little cottage that they have. And at first you're kind of like, oh, this kid's cool, but then it kind of sways back and forth from like creepy and kind of like you feel for him. Anyway, great, cool, weird, creepy character by a young actress. Man with the Black Umbrella, low budget film. If you guys are familiar with the Fear Footage filmmakers, they do found footage films, low budget. They did Project Eerie, which got a nomination for best low budget either, I don't know, it was last year, 2 years ago. Anyway, so there's a character in Project Eerie, which is kind of like a kind of an anthology. So anyway, one of the characters was a man with a black umbrella. They don't really explain who it is, but super creepy. Anyway, so their next film is all about him. Super cool character, literally a man with a black umbrella throughout the film. But they do reveal his face later in the film. Looks really cool, practical makeup. So anyway, highly recommended. Super cool character, creepy character, which was obviously shown in a previous film. So that's super cool and unique. There you go, Anthony from Weapons. He was a drug dealer. Loved him, Shelley, right?
Mm-hmm.
We loved him.
Hilarious. I think I went to school with him.
Yeah, I think
might
we
have been
all
in
went
my
to
friend
school
group.
with Anthony. Yes, and that's what was kind of cool about Weapons is like there were so many kind of, maybe this is why some people disliked it. Definitely kind of like tonal shifts, which in my opinion oftentimes bothers me. But when it works, I think it's really cool. And this, in my opinion, an example of a film that works. You have humor, you have some quirkiness, you have some serious things, you have some creepy. So anyway, Anthony was definitely super funny. And what's the movie that he saw? He like breaks into
Willow.
He's like, oh, cool, Willow. It was like a DVD. I love that it was a DVD too. It's like Willow.
And then I like cut.
Yeah.
He's just
but,
like,
but
sweet.
on that note, and how I mentioned like character before, like I love the cop in Weapons, who of course, you know, interacts a lot with the drug dealer. Like the scenes of them two together, and how obviously how the narrative is, how you see, you know, part of the film is through this character's eyes, and the next, so you get to see them interact twice from two different perspectives. But the cop was great. He gets stuck multiple times with the needle, and so I like the cop too. Yeah, I like the of the principal of the school when he loses it, his eyes get all big. He was really fun. So anyway, yeah, super cool cast. Yeah, so there was Anthony Weapons. Don from Begonia, we love Don.
In this house?
What?
In this house.
In
Is
this
it
house?
Don household?
It's a Don
Oh,
house.
it's a Don house.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kids and your phrases.
Gen Z.
Anyway, what do you guys think of Begonia? It's gotten a lot of nominations. I haven't heard any rumblings in the chat about Begonia. It's a remake of the Korean film Save the Green Planet, which I actually haven't seen, which is probably makes me lose credibility on my previous rant talking about how I dislike remakes. But anyway, so I have to see the original. But anyway, I love Begonia, like sci-fi horror. Anyway, Don is he brother or cousin of the
I
lead
think
actor?
cousin.
Right?
Cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe the actor. So is he like
Autism.
definitely autistic? I'm pretty sure the actor is autistic. But anyway, just love him. So like, you just want to give him a hug and hang out with him, and he's just great.
Adorable.
Yeah, adorable, and the performance is great. Talk about likable characters. I just love Don in Begonia. And then Henry, so probably like, well, why the fuck did you tell me how much you love all these other characters? So anyway, have you seen Match? Anyone out there seen it? It's a film, Tubi. So it's still, you guys, I'm still kind of like adapting to this whole.
You gotta get sponsored by Tubi.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I mean,
Oh,
we know
yeah.
Shudder's been stealing from the fucking Golden Horn Awards for a long time. Like there should be, when you go on, now I'm in the streaming world. When you go on Shudder, there should be like Golden Horn Awards, right?
Like the collection?
Yeah, like they have their collection, like, well, Shudder Original. Okay, I like nominated that like
Tom's
6 years
Picks.
ago. That won like Best Indie on the Horn like 7 years ago. It's this Shudder Original. I'm sorry, I'm not bitter at all. Perfectly happy with my life. But yeah, there could be like Golden Horn Awards, section.
Henry?
So anyway, so I didn't know much about Match. I was like, oh, it's on Tubi. I'm including this now. I did see a couple people like it ended up as like in their list, but I didn't watch the trailer, which is typically what I so much get spoiled. So I went in really pretty much completely blind, and so it's a very basic film. Basically, kind of like an online dating app, and women go to this house, and there ends up being always a crazy mother, and then like the son is this essentially, I won't call him a creature because he has a dick. Well, I guess creatures can have dicks, but he deformed, kind of like a deformed hunchback, I'll say. And I mentioned earlier that this got nominated for Best Effects. But why Henry won for me? It was so cool. It's tough to be surprised these days with trailers and reviews and idiots like me and award shows and spoilers. I was like, when you first see Don, something's wrong. The woman gets there and like something's wrong with this dating situation. The mother answers the door. But when I first saw Don, it was completely kind of floored because I wasn't expecting. I knew something was up, but I wasn't expecting it to be like a deformed hunchback with amazing, practical, the makeup and everything. Like he looks so awesome, so well done. Later you do see his dick. There's plenty of gross out scenes in it. I just love, and of course there's, in typical kind of like Frankenstein fashion, at some points in the film there's hints at like, hey man, this isn't his fault. He was born this way. Mother treats him like shit lot. So there's kind of like that, a little bit of sympathy go for him there. But anyway, it's one of those, of all the films of the year, it has one of those moments where like, oh shit, yeah, that's where we're going. And that's why, and the actor did a really good job with, facial expression and stuff. But I just thought Henry was like my favorite character because maybe so more so because I was just completely threw me off guard and I was unexpected there. So.
Rockin' Bunny said, didn't I recommend Match to you guys? Figured you'd like it. Henry really gave me Leatherface vibes.
Leatherface. I don't really get that. I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. Super cool creature.
And then you in your horror movie said, Don the Dong.
Don the Dong?
Don the Dong.
Is he saying that Don from Begonia has a big dong?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Henry the Dong?
All right, guys. How y'all feeling? To anyone that will be watching this down the road on syndication, welcome, Chars. If you're new, been doing this is the 15th year now. Thank you for stopping in. Please like, subscribe, share. Let your friends know that I do this every year. Hopefully, you'll keep doing it. There is, I say this every year, there is I will get back to my podcast at some point. We're working on upstairs. Eventually there'll be a studio. On that note, there will be, eventually upstairs I'll be filming this awards in what will be a future studio. But yeah, podcast is coming. I definitely want to get in, be a regular contributor, assuming he still wants me to be on Moods 22 Shots. Maybe he's mad that I keep turning him down. That's why he protests and he went out, watched hockey,
Chasing moose.
chasing moose, listening to hip hop and all that shit. Anyway, hopefully see you later, Moods. Yeah. On that note, my daughter, one of her many exploits besides being an awesome filmmaker, she has a new podcast. So it is called Real Scared, like real, not like keep it real, like real to real. So check it out. What's it on right now?
It is on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So check it out.
We did our first episode on Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. So check it out. Real Scared. Awesome. All right. Back to the individual award portion of the program here before we get into the big ones, the heavy hitters. But I'm going to pour this beer really quick. Give me some updates, Shell, if there are any in the chatter.
Not really.
Haunted Hallway said a while ago, hey dudes, chowing some Chinese, watching
Sure.
the Hornies, about to whip out the pocketbook.
Oh, I want
So
some
I
Chinese food.
They must be buying some movies to catch up
Oh
on.
shit, I believe that's Terry. So Charles Terry,
Nice.
long time friends with him. They make great sauce. The family there.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, I believe that's his almost positive that's his moniker there. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, I'm drinking another one from Grow Brewing. This is Pretty Ominous. See, there's a dinosaur on there.
It is pretty ominous.
Oh, pretty cool artwork.
Beautiful.
There. Cheers, everybody. This is a double IPA, so start feeling a little better.
Irish Mad Dog said, "Give all your money to the hornies." Yes, please.
Yeah, is that what he meant by that? I should put a little donation box. I mean, eventually be someday that if we could actually like be monetized and stuff, wouldn't that be nice? You think 15 years would have done it now?
Can't
It's
you
not
like,
about that though.
Isn't there gifting on YouTube?
Yeah, but you have to have I think you have to have a certain amount of
Certain followers. or
subscribers and
something?
shit,
Okay.
and views and all that stuff. So, thanks for making me feel bad. That yeah, I guess I could put PayPal link on that. Here,
People
but anyway.
do put their PayPal and Cash Apps in their.
Maybe we get
accounts.
Wilhelm drunk enough. Maybe he'll send me like $50. Like how many? Don't I ask somebody like, is that his real name?
$1 million.
Oh, who said that?
Jonathan
Son of a-
Wilhelm. They're on to you.
Like how many old Milwaukee's do you have to send me $50? It's like $1 per beer. Like if you can get on your 50th and not have to get your, I was gonna say not get your stomach pumped, but like you could literally have 100 old Milwaukee's and be fine. Anyway, I can put a little just like Wilhelm tracker and say like Jonathan donate, and maybe he's like pissed drunk. Oh yeah, I'll send it. All right, guys. The acting chops. We love a great performance, and we're in that portion for the individual awards before we get to the final, I guess the final act of the awards, the fourth quarter, the third period, all that stuff. So best actor. Your nominees are, I feel so cheap like having them hold in the class while I'm naming the.
Class it up.
Yeah. Jesse Plemons, Begonia. A lot of repeat offenders here. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. So not only is he sexy, but he can act as well, not just
Twice.
a pretty face. Twice. Cubed. Billy Barrett, Bring Her Back. John Lithgow, huh? That's what's kind of cool about when you get individual actors, right? There's almost always a surprise. Rule of Jenny Penn. Alfie Williams, 28 years later, first one for that film, huh? Very, very belated sequel. And you know what? You don't want to talk about surprises, right? A lot of awards, same thing, right? You can put it down. Your arm, you can put it down. Your arm's gonna tire. You can put it down. Academy Awards, right? It's the same fucking shit every time, right? The Academy try to act like they're all cool, so maybe they'll throw horror a bone every now and then, no pun intended, what's coming. But it's predictable, right? It's the same old shit. Well, and the Hornies, you always get surprises, right? Well, there's always first, right? And those are really fun. New categories come in and out. You know, like who would have thought that Mrs. Josh Allen would be up for,
Mrs. Allen.
you know, Mrs. Allen. Stein. The sad thing is, like, she's probably well off, but he brings home the money in that house.
Maybe not this year.
No, he'd make, yeah.
Well.
No.
We know his salary.
That's bad.
It's bad.
Anyway,
Not worth it.
there are always, to me, it's the surprises that you're going to see with Horny. So it's the first that are really exciting for me. So for the first, we're making Horny's history tonight. I feel like every year we make some type of history, meaningless history. But this is the first ever animal to be nominated for anything. You don't have to clap yet. I'm not done. For anything.
I was waiting.
And I don't know what his moniker is, but that chubby kid in Turkey that our #1 fan, I don't think he's on YouTube. It was just like, somehow he got my email. He's the one that when Housewife won, right? Best Picture, he went crazy, and he got kicked out of his mom's basement. Anyway, little chubby kid in Turkey. Good kid.
He uses a VPN.
Yeah. So and he's like, if you want to know like horror or Horny's lore, like he knows everything. He knows like tell him like, best actor 2015. He'll be like, bam. Like, what is the nominee for?
Alex Esso.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
That should be actress.
I know.
Actually, a good guess.
Alex Esso.
I think she did win best actress. I think. Wait, are you the kid from the Turkish basement?
I just have a good memory because I edited every freaking video.
Yes.
That's one of those lines I'll never say again for the rest of my life. Are you the kid from the Turkish basement? All right. So but yeah, here's a surprise. First ever animal to be nominated for anything in Horny's history. Indy for Good Boy. That's a dog, by the way, if you're not familiar with them. So you never know what you're going to see with the Hornies, man. Reaction before I like.
If he wins, can you get like a paw? Doing the horn?
Oh my god, like missing the
Like
middle
a paw? For
The
the
chat
award?
and the chat. I don't know what it. Chat's like. A little tired tonight.
Brock and Bunny said, I feel like Tonic the cat really deserved an award for
Oh,
their
that's
work.
from Caught Stealing.
Yeah.
That was a good cat.
Oh, I thought this would be controversial. That people would be getting a little riled up for this. But
I think people enjoy it.
like the awards, or just
No,
like,
that there's a dog.
they're not enjoying the awards. They're just okay with the. I thought maybe you guys are just enjoying the awards so much. Yeah, I don't need to chime in. All right, guys. Historical. It's one of those historical. It's been a weird year, and why not nominate a fucking dog? So lots of great performances here. We'll get to them. You guys like how I'm doing this a little bit different, where I kind of like say the winner and then go through and quickly kind of like describe each nominee somewhat quickly. So Horny goes to Best Actor of 2025, The Guys. Horny goes to, oh my fucking god, Indy from Good Boy. A dog just won Best Actor at the Horny.
Woo! He's gone.
Loomis is gonna be pissed.
Loomis is gonna be so pissed.
I'm in a water.
He's a good boy. We're getting a lot of chatter now.
Come
Is
look
it
at the
erupted?
chat while
Has it
you're back
erupted?
here. We broke
We
him.
broke him. We got a Charles from Jonathan.
And like Finchy getting sweaty.
You and your horror movie said he's a good boy. Gorefather said hell yeah. So we got a lot of agreement.
Come on, boys. All right, what fucking? Oh,
We got a little dog emoji in the chat.
Oh yeah, love it. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking
Hell
about.
yeah.
Step your game up, chat. Step it up.
Southport Rocker can't even believe what they're seeing. They're like, what?
You do I like the googly eyes and all that. Or it's like.
No, but it's just what?
All right, so before we get to that, let's go through Jesse Plemons. What was he known for?
Breaking
Hope
Bad.
you're really
That's
good.
what I
Breaking
know him
Bad.
for.
Is that his like kind of?
That was like at least when people were aware
that's
of
his
it.
breakthrough. Yeah.
Yeah,
But what is
Breakout
he?
performance. I
He
don't know what
doesn't have
else.
any
in-
like.
Iconic role. I
Watershed,
can't think of
like-
anything.
He's not known for anything that, like since then.
He's
Like,
married to Kirsten Dunst.
I don't think it's anything to be thrilled about. Okay, anyway, he's fantastic in Begonia. Well written film, and he delivers the dialogue very well. Very funny too. He has a lot of humor to it. Michael B. Jordan, dual role. Let's see. Billy Barrett, loved him, and he's the teenager, the brother in Bring Her Back. Loved him. Very sympathetic, right? Great brother. Love him in that. Great performance. John Lithgow, again, one of those. Did you ever
He's just
think-
amazing. You
Yeah, I
forget
mean,
about him for a little
I mean,
while.
I've always,
until you
I've
see
always
him.
liked John. Obviously, seeing him and Jeffrey Rush, to go back on that, like, I think we watched some bonus features after that, and there's an interview with the two of them, and it was kind of cool that they kind of like, they have really embraced that they did this movie. They even kind of like were self-aware of like they're cognizant of like, yeah, you probably didn't expect us to like be doing this. I think they call it a B movie, right?
Yeah, they said
But-
it was basically going back to their roots.
Yeah,
like they had
like
done
they weren't like
movies
condescending
like
about
that.
like, oh well,
Yeah.
we're just kind of like doing this horror movie. Like they really relished. The
They were
opportunity.
excited to go back
Yeah,
to
they like
it.
the direct. Like yeah, so they were like, yeah, they're super, super cool. Seeing the two. How far I call him? I guess legend to some people, but anyway, yeah, I've always been a Lithgow fan. He's super good in that. Alfie Williams, he's the young actor in 28 Years Later. We can speak of that maybe later about that film. But I always love that there's throughout the Hornies history, the lore. There's been young actors that have won. I think of the actor from The Witch. He won that year. It's always great. I like to reward young up and coming actors. And to Indy, so quickly, if you don't know the story on Good Boy, so the director, it's actually his dog, Indy, for Indiana Jones, is the star of the film, and essentially a ghost story, but specifically to his performance. I guess that would be kind of speaking semantics here, where obviously the dog's not acting, so it's more of a best performance of the year. But the cool thing is, this speaks to like the director, just the way he approached it. He did a short film originally, more so to just figure out like how he was going to shoot it, how he would deal with the dog, and he didn't have the money to like get a trained dog himself. So essentially, he is the lead actor in the film, the human actor, but then they had an actor do the voiceover for the actual speaking parts. So that way the dog is with the director because he's comfortable with him. So the dog, everything throughout the film, the dog is acting in reality. His actual instincts and reactions are all authentic, which I just think is filmmaking wise is such a cool, awesome idea. The practicality of it. So technically, obviously, he's not acting, but that makes I think the performance all more cooler because like when he's literally scaring the dog or making the dog look a certain way or react to something, so it's all real authentic, and that's why it comes off so authentic because it is. So he's basically putting the dog in these situations to get real reactions out of him. And yeah, if you've seen the film, which Hope hasn't yet, man. I mean, some of the looks on the dog's face, and this comes to the way it's shot too, the cinematography, how they'll do a slow zoom of him looking out a window, and again, mundane things that just combined with the score and the way it's shot in the context of what the film's about, it just comes across as so like dramatic and so well done in that dog's face, right?
It's like you don't realize how expressive the dog can be.
And again, it's all within the context of how well it's written and how well it's shot, and the score added onto it, and it's just those eyes and just like we're like cat people in this house, right? Finchy would be a dog guy. I don't think you have to be one, but we know like
if you have a pet,
and so that just adds to the profundity of it, and just like the expressions of this dog is just awesome. It ends up being executed so perfectly, and obviously the dog is a huge reason for that. So more so a best performance as opposed to best actor, but obviously a unique situation here, and he had to be rewarded. So I'll definitely get one of these out. I'm going to surprise. I'm not going to I usually contact obviously the actor first. I got to go through their agent.
it should be a surprise for the dog.
Yeah, I want a surprise. I'm going to contact the director first, and then he can give it to him. Maybe I'll have him film it. That'd be cool.
Unboxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, show Good Boy Indy getting the award. Maybe it can be in the bonus features of the 4K. So
Gorefather said it's the year 2026. Tom is constantly talking about streaming platforms. Finchy's already fled the scene. Dogs win Best Actor category. Is this already the Stranger Things spinoff?
holy shit, yeah. Yeah, that's fucking damn good chatter for Phil. It's like 6 in the morning there, and he's whipping off a comment like that. God bless you,
AJ Punk joined.
AJ, put my man AJ.
Better late than never. What's good? Happy Horror Awards.
AJ, what's up, man? Go save. Look at this, AJ. He'll appreciate this. I mean, he's a Leafs, but he knows what I've been through. So AJ, look at that. AJ, I just kind of like funny, it just hit me too, like literally during the awards. So AJ, it's 15th year of the Hornies, right? And the last time Sabres made the playoffs was when I started the Hornies.
Before, right?
It would have been literally coinciding. Like the first Hornies was the first
Maybe
year they
you
didn't make it.
killed the Sabres.
Maybe. Or maybe going streaming. Maybe this will be because it's just like Phil just so eloquently put. Like this fucking American is fucking fascism. Like what the fuck's going on? Dog wins
There's
best
no
actor.
rules anymore,
I'm going
right.
streaming. Like what the fuck
We
is
got
going
a
on?
felon in the White House. There's
Right,
no rules anymore.
Like what would make more sense than the Sabres fucking making the playoffs this year, right? Give us something good here.
Oh, AJ Punk said this spring it'll be 59 years since the Leafs won a cup.
Yeah, but-
so I feel you, brother.
AJ, but you won a cup,
Right.
okay?
Sabres.
So I feel you, but we've never won a cup, and we haven't made the playoffs in fucking since the Horny started. Since Hobo with a shotgun fucking.
I couldn't even drive.
Yep.
Hope's never been to a fucking playoff game, AJ.
Cats and dogs living in harmony.
Anyway,
Chaos.
welcome, AJ. It's great to have you here. I hope you go back later and watch what you missed, but you made it for a good part here. All right, best actress. You guys know I love. I'm gonna say it right now. Like I say this every broken record. Like the best performances. Nothing against the guys that we just brought up, but in horror, and I think it's finally over time is finally. You can be an actress, take a role in a horror film, and it can really put your career on the right track. Like seriously, before it's like, oh, you're a final girl or whatever. Now you really can. I mean, Mia Goth got her career going with genre films.
Anya
right?
Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. I mean, it's like not. It's a thing. It can be a springboard now, and like, or even just act. I mean, look at well, you'll see right here. We'll get to it. What I'm saying is, horror genre, I think, is more well respected from the standpoint of a role that you can get, and you can really. These are well written roles, and there are just so many great performances. Just looking through Horny's history, the best performances of every year came from a actress. So girl power is basically what I'm saying. So best actress, your nominees are Sally Hawkins, Bring Her Back. I'll get to it after. There's so many anecdotes I can like throw in here. Again, you never know who you're gonna. Dakota Fanning, Vicious,
What?
yeah. Leah Mirren, The Ugly Stepsister. First one for The Ugly Stepsister, huh? Damn it.
You got it, Billy. Come on.
Katoni Furukawa, Best Wishes to All. This one, Jesus, Billy. I'm going to need the pretentiousness of 6 Billies. I might need Jimmy Chamberlain on drums for this. This is a Turkish name, by the way. God damn it. Daigu Kosabiak. Sayara.
Okay.
That could be right. And here we go. Emma Stone. What?
That's an easy one.
Begonia.
You got some actual Academy
Yeah.
nominated
Well, I was just gonna say.
actresses.
Well, we'll get to it after I name the. I think I proved my point without proving my point. By just with those lists of. I mean, you got actress from Turkey. You got So, okay, guys, get your picks in. This is big. Even for an actress like Emma Stone, who's already established, adding Best Actress to her resume. I mean, you're talking what 3-4 million up per. You know, if like you're like she's an A-list actor. Is she? She is, right, for sure. Considered A-list, right?
Yeah.
She's A+ list after tonight if she wins. Maybe
After this, yeah.
maybe the nomination alone is going to get her plus 2-3 on her next film. She wins this, we're talking 5 to 7 million more per role for the rest of her career. So there's a lot of money at play here with this win. Okay, guys.
You got a Leah Mirren vote so far.
Ugly Steps first.
Yep.
How long are we into this award show? This is the first
2
one we
hours.
for. I wonder if Finchie's still out there. I told you guys that little, I opened up, right? Took the veil off. A little story about him, and he didn't even comment back. Like, no, I love you, or anything. He's fucking.
He's a busy guy.
He's got a new girlfriend. Not wasting time watching me. Anyway. Any votes?
Leah Marin.
Got 2 Leos.
All right. Well, it's not going to be Indy. It's going to be a real person this time.
A human.
Best actress. The
He's a
Horny
real
goes
person.
to. This is big. Career altering here, even for already established actors. The Horny goes to Sally Hawkins. Bring her back. She won an Academy Award, right?
I believe
Shape of Water.
a couple.
She's won multiple.
I think, yeah.
Wow.
AJ Punk says he loves you.
Love you too, buddy.
He said, "Love you, man." If that counts.
Did we just make Horny Sister again?
What?
You know, I prefaced this show by saying how, like, this year started so, like, you know, I was afraid that it was going to go down as, like, one of the, if not the worst year in Horny's history, one of the worst. And here we are, like, making history. Is she the first? She is the first actress to ever win an Oscar and a Horny.
She did not win.
She didn't win?
She
Oh, I thought she
nominated
won.
twice,
Oh, man. So
but
this is
snubbed twice.
snub. So we were
Man.
talking. See, I didn't even know that when I did that.
Wow.
When I did this. So now I feel even better.
Emma Stone has won multiple times.
When she wasn't gonna
Multiples.
get anyway, but she had no chance. I think I was going to give it to Emma Stone. So, well, now I feel even, like, better. Like, she's been snubbed twice. So we didn't make history here. I thought that maybe we had the first. I feel like that'll never happen. Yes, it came close. I mean, Emma Stone, that would have been the first.
We need an initial for that because there's already an EGOT, which is when you get like
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, an
it's when-
Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Oh, yeah.
A
Now
Horny?
you gotta add a
EGOT.
horny to it.
EGOT!
Oh, we broke him again.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
You guys feeling how special tonight is? That's why, you know, again, I appreciate anyone later who's going to watch this. I really do, but this is why it pays to be here live. Like, to experience this when it happens. What is it, EGOT?
EGOT.
EGOT. That means you win a Tony,
An Emmy?
an Emmy. Well, I'm not
Wait,
going to do it in
start from
order.
the beginning.
E.
Yeah, I'm
Emmy.
not, you don't have to. pay
Emmy,
for that.
Grammy, Oscar, Tony, Horny.
Wow, that'll never happen. It's impossible.
We gotta find out who's won
If that,
an EGOT.
you know what, I'm going to
and
say this
then-
right now. I don't just say shit. Obviously, it's been 2 hours since this started. I don't just say shit. If that ever happens, horns are over. No, it's like it's done.
Unless
So.
Lin-Manuel Miranda makes a horror movie.
Who?
He did Hamilton.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Damn. EGOT. It'll never happen. Anyway, Sally Hawkins. Now I feel like that much more better. What did you guys think of her? I thought she was fucking amazing. Let's quickly go through these. Yeah, Dakota Fanning. So in Horny's history, there is a Fanning reference. I don't think she got nominated, but
Elle Fanning?
Elle Fanning.
For Neon Demon.
Neon Demon. I don't think she got nominated.
Maybe I am the Turkish kid.
I think you are the Turkish kid. Hope is, see, there's so much shit going on tonight, man. Hope was the Turkish
It's
kid.
just because I have seen the Hornies more than anyone else.
Well, the first, before
Like
we went
10.
live, before we went, if you guys know, there's a, wow, we were live, but we really weren't live. Because Hope was editing it, so. But there was people who thought
For
we were
weeks,
live.
also in high school.
But you guys remember all the, like, comments we get, like, you know, people thought it was live, even though there's, like, editing and shit. Anyway. So yeah, so, like, Hope, particularly the first half of the Hornies era, Hope knows because, yeah, she edited all all that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Elle Fanning, Neon Demon got nominated that year for one of the categories. So there is a Fanning history to. Anyway, she's in like it's one of those films where it's like two other characters in the whole film, and it's very brief. So she like it's literally her film. It's one of those singular. So please watch it. Again, it's kind of this. Oh no, start talking too much, but she's fantastic in it. Like just awesome performance from Dakota Fanning. She's in every scene, so just a great job. So if you're into like just one of those like actors roles where it's just like she carries the whole film. Leah Marin, yeah, great job. Ugly Stepsister, their first nominee. They're not done. You'll see. I know a very well received film this year. Understandably, yeah, she was fantastic. Kind of starts as like this.
She's not even ugly in the beginning.
Well, of course, right. She's beautiful actress who they try to, they give her
Braces,
braces.
yeah.
Give her like stupid hair, like yes, that kind of thing. It's like she's fucking. I mean, she could have been up for the Carolina Bain Award, but yeah. So make this ugly stepsister, and she's like gorgeous, right? But yeah, great performance. Let's see, now I have to read. Katoni Furukawa, best wishes to all. Younger, she plays a college student who goes home to visit her grandparents. Another kind of role where you do have a big cast, but she is. I want to say she's in almost every scene. Shelley saw that movie recently. She's probably in all. I think she's in every scene.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So great performance there by young actress. Daigu Kosabiak. So Turkish film is from the director. I hate this because like I love him. He did Best Picture winner, Housewife. Of course, probably most known for Baskin. It's spelled Can. C-A-N, Everinal, but it's pronounced like John or, sorry, I'm not, us
Turkish.
being our English, Can Everinal, like, no, it's, anyway, and a lot of you are big fans of him, right? This is his kind of under the radar. I know if you like IMDb, it's one of those situations where like the production was like in 23 or 24, but like played festivals last year. You guys know how it is. Wait a minute, Tom. That wasn't. Anyway, it was officially released this year. But brutal, as you can imagine, coming from him. Rape revenge film. Love the subgenre. Definitely one of the more just very serious in tone, not exploitative, but as you can imagine. So she plays she's like a janitor at a gym, and her sister ends up getting raped and killed by the owner of the gym, and she basically goes on a revenge spree. Brutal. Definitely could have been nominated for best effects, mostly practical, and her performance, very physical performance. So if you love rape revenge films, and it's particularly where like the actress just goes on this, I mean, she goes off, and it's a very physical role. So like, she's in great shape and just great final act. So yeah, definitely a film that surprisingly I haven't heard much talk of, but amazing performance in a obviously very serious role. And then Emma Stone, yeah, I mean, I give the devil their due, and I'm not like, I can't, nominate. We've had Kristen Stewart nominated. I mean, I love her, but over there, what's I mean, obviously Ethan Hawke we had before, but what's the actor from Laid to Rest that I always bring up from Laid to Rest 2? What's his name? From Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh God, what the heck is his name?
Oh, you should know this. You're the Turkish kid.
I don't know.
He was married to Megan Fox for a little while.
Yes.
Brian Austin Green.
Brian Austin Green. I knew someone that Wilhelm would have like thrown up his 20th Omaha, be like, Brian Austin Green. There you go. So yes, he was nominated for Laid to Rest too, by the way. So when it comes to the actors, there's definitely gonna be some surprise. But yeah, Emma Stone, she was fucking awesome. You can see why. She's a highly touted veteran actress at this point, and she does look like that cat.
Everyone Google Emma Stone cat.
I have to say.
Maybe that's why I like her so much.
I have to say.
She looks like a cat.
She wears this a lot better than I do. She was
She
fucking
looks
hot.
like Nosferatu.
She was hot. Like I almost gave her that like a nominee cut, but only the shaved Emma Stone. I think she looks way hotter with a shaved head.
I like.
What do you guys think?
I like the shaved Emma.
Yeah, that's
The
pretty
shaved
awesome.
cat look.
Like a hairless
She was
cat.
like a shaved
Hairless
cat.
cat.
Yeah, I like the hairless cat Emma Stone look. All right, as oh, but I'm gonna pull a little curveball,
Can I put this
a
down?
little audible. I'm gonna have you open the envelope for this. You being a
What?
as a tribute to you as a director.
Okay.
Very proud of you.
It better not be a man.
All right, guys. Best director. We're coming down the home stretch. This is the last big award before the final run here. Brian Ausinger. You know what's cool? I can see the comments, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the comments. But they do pop up, which is really cool. Maybe next year I'll wear my glasses.
Do you want them?
No, this is kind of cool.
Okay.
You know, it would put Shelly out of work.
Would take her job.
Yeah, it would
You
take
might
her
have
job.
some weird glare too with glasses
Yeah, it might
on,
be
so.
weird.
You would just see us.
The
in the
cool
glasses.
thing is, it
Yeah.
would take away the Billy Corgan bullshit and Dr. Evil if I wore
Oh,
glasses, right?
You'd turn into a completely different character. Who
Yeah, it'd be
knows
some
what
other
you would look
bullshit
like?
that they'd say I look like, but.
Who knows?
All right, guys. Best director. How y'all feeling? How's Grandma doing? What do you guys drink? Anyone drinking anything? Besides, wonder where Moods is.
There's a delay. We'll let people answer.
I wonder if Moods is upset at me.
You and your horror
Someone
movies
said he was recording something.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Wonder if he's recording his best stuff. Anyway, Moods, you know I love you. You can't make it, but it's very unlike him to miss it. I'm concerned.
Jonathan just has Old Mill. And Explosive Action is considering another coffee.
All right.
Always have another coffee.
He's got to be time for dinner by now. Is Irish Mad Dog still running?
What did you just do?
Did he bounce after he saw the celluloid Casanova?
He's
He was
still
like,
here.
I've done my work. I'm out of here.
No, he commented a while ago where no horror awards has gone before.
I think it's becoming clear how unique, for better or worse,
He is here.
2025
People are
was,
drinking
right?
Pepsi.
Pepsi Max.
All right. Jonathan, have you ever had an IPA? It's not a rhetorical question either. I'm genuinely curious.
Rockin' Bunny's having a delicious roast for dinner. Jonathan's got 9021 Old Milwaukee.
You gotta hand it to him. He knows how to run a chat room.
He's very punny.
Sure, back in the day, remember chat rooms where they came? I'm sure he was.
Oh yeah, it was king.
He's a real lady.
Like Kip.
Yes, he was a real kick.
Chatting with ladies all day.
He would. Jonathan Wilhelm used to chat for 13, 14, 15 hours.
Yeah, lots of breweries in Wisconsin.
I would say with Jonathan,
Oh, yeah.
anytime you'd ask him like, how's it going with the ladies? He's like, it's going pretty serious.
She hasn't sent me a full
3-0
body shot yet.
Sabres, third period.
Fucking A!
Oh!
This is seriously like bizarro hornies, man. Like, because we've had the Sabres game,
They're winning.
like generally, we've had it multiple times where the Sabres have been playing during the hornies. I'll be like, somebody give them a score and they fucking lose every time. So, I mean, you're talking about like, dog wins best
It's
actor.
flipped.
Yeah, it's flipped. It's the upside down, right? Like, fucking, I live in fucking Nazi Germany.
You're in a turtleneck.
I'm in a fucking mock turtleneck.
There's no Finchy.
Finchie's not here. He's got a fucking girlfriend. He's probably like fucking right now. Like,
I don't think he's here anymore, so he can't defend himself.
like Sabres might end the drought. I think they're gonna end the drought. They're winning right now. Like this,
They've only lost one in the last like 15
yeah,
games.
this will be 13. If they win tonight, hope you never know. So if they'll win, all these like people who don't like hockey are like Jesus Christ. By the way, there is a very popular celluloid Casanova hockey show out
yeah.
there right now, which is awesome. From the creators, which I learned earlier, from Letterkenny, which is awesome.
Heated rivalry.
And Shorzy. Speaking of hockey. Anyway,
Did he do Shorzy too?
he's
I
at least
really
part of
don't
that
know.
world, right? They're like all buddies.
He might be a writer on it or
Um,
something.
Man, I lost my train of thought.
Tom, did you
Sabres
watch
winner.
90210 when it was on? I
Are
did.
you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I did not.
'Cause-
Definitely
The Gorefather horror show
Sure.
asks, who did Kelly finally end up with in 90210?
not. Asking the wrong, barking up the wrong tree.
I don't even remember. I did watch it, but I was 12. So,
So like what
it's a
what
long
year?
time
Like
ago.
what year was that?
Early
in this-
90s.
Okay, so what would I have been watching? Was,
was like
Cheers
90
still on at that
I
point?
think
Or was
so.
that more
I think
80s?
no, that might have ended like early 90s.
And Seinfeld
92,
probably was
93.
close to being started.
Yeah.
So I was probably watching I think I watched Seinfeld from the very early. And I was like, I remember like at one point Cheers was my favorite show, and Wonder Years, of course. But that was like 80s.
hmm
And then like in the 90s went into, I definitely started watching Seinfeld from the beginning. I was like pretty young too, so, but yeah. So I want to say if we're talking early 90s, I probably would definitely been watching Seinfeld as like my main show.
AJ Punk said, I've met a couple of the guys from Shoresy.
Oh shit, that's
Hitchcock
awesome.
actually bought my friend's bachelor party beer for the entire night at
What
his
the
bar.
heck?
What? That's
That's
awesome,
so
man.
cool.
That's so cool.
Oh, X-Files was another big show in the 90s.
Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I was definitely
Mhm,
Twin
Twin
Peaks in the
Peaks.
80s, late 80s.
No, it was 92.
That it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was
I,
watching Twin Peaks.
remember watching that, yeah.
And I didn't get into X Files till later.
I wasn't
much
even
later.
there, but I know.
I didn't get into X Files till I like hung out with 26.
Yeah,
So that would have been
later
later.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely, I remember watching Twin Peaks with my sister. I mean, people always ask me like, what was your early introduction to horror? Because I've said before, I grew up in a Christian household. I wasn't allowed to watch horror. So my first, I can't give you like that watershed moment where I like, yeah, I watched. I'm gonna guess that it was either at a friend's house or I used to watch Offbeat Cinema, which was a Buffalo late night Saturday show. So I might have seen like Night of the Living Dead or like on my own in my room or something. But Twin Peaks would have definitely been like probably an early. Obviously, it's kind of like horror adjacent, but like horror enough, especially for a TV show. Like that might have been one of my early, or at least somewhat early experiences with horror. Anyway, getting off track here. But AJ, what do you think of Shores? Are you a fan? Me and the hockey guy.
He said
you are.
Hitchcock is from Newfoundland and was actually a pro hockey player for Montreal in the late 90s. Played like 20 pro games.
He's got facts. He must watch
Yeah.
it.
Oh, dude, big hockey guy.
Twin Peaks aired before he was born, but goddamn, it's gotten a view or two since. Hell yeah.
All right, best director, guys. Your nominees are, great to welcome back, Mickey Keating and Vader. He won Best Indie for Carnage Park for you. Horny aficionados. Emily Blichfeld, The Ugly Stepsister. They're rolling in the nominations now. Joe Meredith, Harvest Brood, the YouTube movie. Ben Leonberg, Good Boy, racking them up. Yuta Shimamatsu, I guess I didn't do that right. Yuta Shimatsu, I added like in a whole nother syllable. Best Wishes to All. Again, a lot of repeat offenders here. I assume they're brothers. Michael and Danny Philippou, bring her
I
back.
think it's Philippou.
Philippou. Australian horror, baby. Get out the Vegemite. All right, guys. Love a great director. The pathways that were open before them. George Romero, Dario Argento, Mario Bava, Wes Craven, John Carpenter, some of the
David
greats.
Lynch.
David Lynch. Right? Antonio Margheriti. Okay? Lucio Fulci. Okay? Terrence Fisher. Sion Sono. Horny Ghost, best director.
I thought you said I was opening it.
Oh yeah. Well,
So it's not
make sure
Emily,
you
but
say
what's her
and the
name?
Horny Ghost.
And the horny goes to Joe Meredith, Harvest Brood.
through here. Mickey Keenan on the set. What do you? We got Invaders gotten a lot of nominations here. Anyone see it? Joe Swanberg, Mickey Keenan, big fan. Carnage Park. What's the other one he did 2 years ago? It was the kind of H.P. Lovecraft one with Joe Swanberg and Jocelyn Donahue. What the fuck was that called?
It was night something, I think. No, something season. Off season?
Yes, off season. Thank you, Hope. Good
I
job.
watched that one.
And you didn't edit that, so I think you're
No,
the
I didn't.
Turkish kid.
Well, I actually watched the movie.
Off season, yeah. So that's Mickey Keenan. So welcome back, Mickey. Invader is awesome.
Bunch of
Emily-
R.I.P. David Lynch is in the chat.
Mhm.
Oh shit. Nice, man. Emily Blichfeld, The Ugly Stepsister, Norwegian film, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, talk about what?
And the
Nothing,
mom's
just
just wasted
keep
on the
going.
keyboard.
Oh no, we're at that point. I mean, couldn't you consider that Hope part of the trauma kid universe?
What?
Ugly Stepsister? You're taking
yeah, I
a
guess-
Disney
yeah.
film, right?
It's part of
It's a
Cinderella.
little more highbrow,
Yeah.
I guess. Watch people. Any of you guys see fucking Neverland, Nightmare Peter Pan? Any of you guys see
A
it?
bunch
think
did
people
see
said they
it.
liked
What did
yeah.
you guys think? Yeah,
A lot of people
I
liked
think
it.
you'd like it.
If you had your glasses on.
I know. Anyway, Ugly Stepsister, yeah, super fucking total horror, body horror elements. Another one that could have got effects nomination for sure. Yeah, she was so good. Yeah, awesome film. So yeah, props to the female director there, Ben Leonberg, good boy. I kind of said how like super creative, right? And the fact that he went for it, he did a short film, he did very well at festivals, and he was like, I want to make a feature length. Just how strategic he had to be with filming that. Just props to him. Yuta Shimatsu, I said, this was a debut film, which is always great. Best wishes to all. It's on Shudder, so guys. Any of you guys see that?
So was Ugly Stepsister.
Yes, Ugly Stepsister.
And Good Boy.
I think that they added the American audio version
They did?
as like under their new releases. Like, fuck off, Shudder. I still, can you hire me?
And get my movie on there?
Give me a movie. Best wishes to all. Has any of you guys seen that? It's gotten a lot of nominations. I ain't getting any feedback on that. Please check it out. Bring her back. Yeah, so they did Talk to Me, which was that was on, talk about a film. You can tell I haven't played a gig in fucking forever. My voice is just shot. Soon though, soon. You can tell, like, Talk to Me was on a lot of top 10 lists that year. What was that, 3 years ago or so?
Can you only go 3 hours?
I can't. I think I nominated it for best theatrical that year, so I wasn't a huge it was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but man, you want to talk about, in my opinion, like maturation, like from your first film to the next, like Bring Her Back is amazing. And then, so guys, yes, Hope, what did you want to say? Hope is up to something back there. Please tell me Sabres won.
Doesn't YouTube shut off after 3 hours of a live video? Didn't we get into that before?
I had not. Oh boy.
Google it.
How much
I
we
just
got?
did, but it's saying it's not.
Okay, then we'll just let it go.
Shit,
Alright.
that would
It might
suck.
end at 10.
That would suck.
It's 9:25 right now.
Oh, we got 35 minutes?
45
Yeah, so-
yeah, 35 minutes.
Yeah, I'm good. Right, yeah. So, we'll be good. It doesn't end. There's no way. Worst case, I finish it on the after party and they have to show up. What if that's what I should do? Make the best picture
No,
on the after
don't do
party.
that.
No way.
I wouldn't. Come on. I think I am. All right. So on Joe Meredith, though, this is super cool. Really, really happy with this one. Hope you'll appreciate this, even though he's a male. I will say this again. This is definitely Hornets history. This is the lowest budget film to ever win Best Director. So Joe
What
Meredith,
was the budget?
like we're talking low budget. You'll see.
$1 million?
Spoiler, nominated for Best Low Budget coming up.
Oh, okay.
So he has Hornets history here. He was nominated twice, low budget, for, if you guys are familiar with the Variant films. I can't remember if he won either of those. But he did Variant 1, Variant 2. Both were nominated for Best Low Budget. Highly recommended if you haven't seen them. those are kind of more like mood pieces, not a lot of dialogue, kind of like post-apocalyptic, a lot of practical effects. So narrative-wise, kind of non-traditional. And this one is kind of like a kind of mockumentary style, interviews with people, and then interspersed with like live action stuff. Anyway, Harvest Brood's on YouTube. It takes place during Halloween, so it's a great seasonal watch. And guys, so with Joe Meredith, he's one of those jack of all trades. So he directed it, wrote it, shot it, did the score, did the effects, did everything. And I believe if you're familiar with Variant, they received. I wish I could grab them. I think these are way back there. You know what? I'm gonna go grab it.
Do you want? You can tell me where it is.
I think it's the shelf against the. No, it's actually right here. It's the black shelf to the right of the spinner.
I see.
See, grab Variant 1 and 2. Yeah, Variant 1 and 2. Yep, awesome. Thank you. This is the cool thing about being in a video store. I can do this. So check out this artwork, guys. So this is Variant 1 and 2. I don't know if these are still available, but I think he has a website. Anyway, so these were nominated respectively in these years. Anyway, yeah. So on the note of physical release, I did message Joe, and he does plan to release Harvest Brood on physical release, and also he does this artwork. Is the point of this. So this guy, I mean, does it all. You want to talk about old school Ed Wood style, like he does it. He does it all. So so commendable. And Harvest Brood, guys, is just like next level step up. He got nominated for best score. Did he get nominated for best effects? I don't think he did, but effects are super cool. Go on YouTube, guys. Comment after you're watching this. Go in the search bar, type in Harvest Brood. It sucked. My only knock on it is that it's under an hour, so it's like I wanted more. So anyway, Horny's History, lowest budget to ever win Best Director from the director of these two guys. Great seasonal film. Hopefully we get a DVD. And man, like, talk about doing it all. So Joe Meredith, big props to you, man. Please go watch the film, support it. Here we go, guys. We're at that point where it's the next level. The awards, Charles, everybody.
It's only films, right? No more individuals.
It's no more individuals, and it's only films. And these are like the biggest categories of the year. So my favorites. All right. I grabbed a Red Bull too.
It's down there.
Down here. All right. Thank you. Hey guys, this was originally Hope's favorite.
Your head was just completely filling the screen.
Well, when I bent on the noggin. For you guys, any new people watching out there, thank you so much for watching. I did used to have a lot of hair. I had long hair for the majority of my life. All right. Scariest, creepiest. Your nominees are VHS Halloween. Great franchise. Love the VHS franchise. Pabrik Gula, which is Indonesian for sugar mill, in case you were wondering. The Presents, Strange Harvest, Other, and Man Finds Tape. Cool title. All right, guys. Any thoughts on these films? Put it in the chat. All right, guys. Want to open this one too, Hope? You used to do this one. You don't want to do it? She's done. The Horny goes to you guys for scariest, creepiest film. Oh, I dropped it. This is like the final act of the Hornies, the third period. Horny goes to Strange Harvest. It's an interesting year. I mentioned how Harvest Brood was kind of like...
Oh, this is a different movie?
What's that?
There's Strange Harvest and Harvest Brood?
Yes.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that either. Like, it just kind of... The funny... So, like, as you'll see coming up, spoiler, kind of interesting this year had multiple films of kind of like, like mockumentary style. Harvest Brood is like that. Strange Harvest plays off like a, like Unsolved Mysteries type. Speaking of a cool show from, I believe, the 90s, I definitely was a fan of Unsolved Mysteries. Great fucking intro.
I think music. I've only ever seen the intro.
Yeah. I don't know if Eric if you're out there still watching, but I know he's a big fan of that. He has the vinyl. Great creep. Anyway, so it could be like, if you're into like that type of stuff. So Strange Harvest plays as if you're flipping the channel and you turn on this show about basically a serial killer. And it's done incredibly well. It's obviously one of the creepiest. I mentioned how Sinners had like one of my favorite scenes of the year with the dancing music scene. This film contains one of my favorite set pieces of the year. If you've seen it, basically they come across this family that have been murdered, and they're tied. They're sitting around a table. I think it's parents and 2 kids, and they're tied up like this, hand behind the back, and they're looking straight up at the ceiling, and super creepy. And the bodies of the people, from what I can tell, are all like practical latex effects, like full body. It looks amazing. It's creepy. My one knock on this film is some of the images of like the crime scenes. It's just weird. Like, I don't know if it was like CGI or I think it was something wasn't right about some of the crime scene like photos. It didn't look real to me, and it was I don't know. It's weird. Maybe you guys can elaborate on that. That was like my one gripe about the film. There's something off about the crime. And like, you think like crime scene photos would be easy, especially when you had a great practical set piece. There was just something off about it. Anyway, but super cool if you like mockumentary style. Definitely feels like you're watching this authentic show about serial killers, and obviously true crime stuff's been huge over the last 5 to 10 years. So super cool film. Quickly, VHS Halloween. About time they did a Halloween themed thing, right? Like, that was long overdue. The Presence, I believe that was the director of a film.
That was Steven Soderbergh. Right?
Soderbergh, and he did
Unsane.
Unsane. Thank you, Hope. That was nominated that year, Best Indie. I love that film. They had
Shot on iPhone.
yes, it was shot. This one was too, I believe. Presence.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken. Pabrigula, that's on Shudder. Check it out. Very cool Indonesian film. Very creepy ghost lore. It's great to see the director of Them, French director. He did Mads a year or 2 ago. So it's cool to see him back with another one. Super cool. Love the final act of that film. And Man Finds Tape. The 2 directors, they didn't direct it, but their name escapes me. They've done like The Endless and some of these kind of like esoteric films that actually not particularly fans of, but I like this one. Was pretty cool. Man Finds Tape. So yeah, awesome. Let me know if you guys have seen any of those films. Yeah, really strong year this year for those scary creepiest. Everything okay?
I think you should take this one off because it was very limited.
That's fine. It played around here.
It did?
Yeah, it played at Cinemapolis.
Oh, okay.
To me, that's a good barometer.
Okay.
All right.
I just
Any
think
chat
that's worth
updates?
mentioning then.
That's fine.
A lot of people have not heard of or haven't seen Strange Harvest.
Really?
But they're adding it to their list.
Awesome. All right, guys. Next up, best theatrical, and to quickly say, like, maybe 10 years ago, it'd be like, are you kidding me? We'll never have a best theatrical category. And obviously, to me, I look at The Witch as like that turning point. And now, and for the record, if you are new, I didn't mention this early on. If you are nominated for a film award like one of these, like, you can't be nominated for best theatrical and best picture. Once we get to this stage of the award, like, you're gonna be nominated for best screenplay and best picture. But when we get to this point where the individual actual film categories, you can't be nominated for both. So my point of that is that many theatrical films end up getting nominated for future categories that are coming up. So it just shows the depth of quality of the films here. So best theatrical, your nominees are 28 Years Later, Frankenstein, Hell House Lineage, first nomination, Companion, I've seen that film on a lot of top lists, Begonia, another nomination, and Silent Night, Deadly Night with their second nomination. Shelly cracking open another
I can
one.
open a cold one with the boys.
All right, guys. Have any of you guys seen any of these films in or out of the theater? Coming down the home stretch, guys. The Horny Goes To. A category that at once seemed so elusive. Now it's a regular. That makes me very happy. Horror is back in the theater, and it's been that way for many years. The Horny Goes To Begonia.
Did you see that in the theater?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hot Shaved Emma Stone.
You need to
Oh,
leave.
It's about the time awards where the more important the awards get, the drunker Shelley acts behind the camera. So.
Stop.
Well deserved.
Yeah, we loved it. As I tell you guys, I rewatched one. I told you when I started, like my favorite aspects is seeing the year kind of unfold and kind of like all the categories just play out. And so I love seeing the evolution of the year, each respective year. My second favorite part of the year is rewatches. And I would say much like, when I see people do their best favorite records of the year, albums of the year. Much so like that, the first time you listen to a new album by a band you love, sometimes you love it right away. Other times it takes that second or third listen. I kind of view that the same way with films. And I love when you rewatch a film and you just either love it even more than the first time you saw it, or you love it equally. And some of these are cool. Begonia was one of those ones. We saw it in the theater, really loved it, and then when we rewatched it, loved it just as much. Yeah, so
Can I go on a rant about movie theaters?
absolutely, you working in movie theaters, keep it to around a minute.
Okay, it's so important if you like movies to go to a movie
You
theater.
might have, I don't know how well they can hear you, so you might want to speak up a little
I
bit.
I think it's fine,
Okay.
but the movie industry is dying, and we need people to go back to the movies. I work for like a corporate movie theater, and it kind of sucks in that way, but still, we've seen a 2% increase since last year in people going to the movies. If it's any less than that, we'll probably close. But I know it's expensive, but there's like the subscriptions and stuff you can get. $23 a month, you could see as many movies in a month as you want. That's probably like the cheapest way to go to the movies.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that actually
For a
is
whole
awesome.
month.
But
Yeah.
it is so important if you like movies to see movies in
Yeah,
a theater.
if you do enjoy seeing movies in a theater, and I kind of gloat about how awesome it is that horror is definitely like not just like.
And yes, Tuesdays are discount days usually at every theater.
There you go. So there you go. Nice from someone who earns their living at a theater. Eventually, she'll earn her living from making awesome horror films. But for now, she works at a theater, and go support. If you appreciate genre films in a theater, go support. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Thank you, Hope.
Yes.
28 years later, quickly talk about that one. Much belated sequel. Fan of the original two films. I really liked it. I thought it was cool. I liked the story. Good cast. Best actor nomination to the young actor. What did you guys think of it? Frankenstein. That was super cool. Guillermo del Toro. Of course, the CGI aspect, which of course isn't surprising coming from him. And in some respects, it does surprise me that he's not more practical driven. I know he's such a huge horror and monster fan. But yeah, I thought it was really super well done. Enjoyed it very much. Hell House Lineage. Generally, I love that franchise, the Hell House films. The very first one, which I still think is the best to this day. One, Scariest, Creepiest that year for you historical horny
2015?
fans. Seems like possibly right, maybe 2016. But I've liked all of them. Umbrella put out that great box set, which I'm looking at right now. I like this one. This was the first non-found foot. It has some scenes that are found footage, but it's the first like standard film of the franchise, which made known for being found footage. I liked it. I know a lot of people disliked it. I thought it probably the worst film of the franchise, maybe better than 4. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it kept the creepy atmosphere. There was definitely some creepy scenes. The standard clowns were involved, of course. I really liked it. I liked the story. Companion, super fun, kind of popcorn revenge film. We talked about Silent Night, Deadly Night earlier, how much we like that. So there you go. That's Theatrical Begonia. There we go. To me, I call this the final 4.
You in your horror movie said Begonia sounds like the movie Sheepskin. Are you familiar?
Yes, Sheepskin was nominated.
Are they
for,
similar?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I mean, I get what he's saying. There was the sci-fi element of that film. I think Sheepskin was nominated for Best Low Budget that year. Good call, though, man. He's a very big collection. Go support you and your horror movies. Oh, but yeah, Sheepskin, great artwork, by the way. I think he got artwork nomination that year, too. Yeah, I mean, I could see like a low budget. It does have the sci-fi elements. Begonia, a little more of like social commentary involved in there. But okay, so best low budget, the final 4, guys. This is it. Best low budget, love this category. Your budget doesn't always have to equate to how good a film is. So these are props to the low budget films. Looky Lou, They Call Her Death, another nomination. Man with the Black Umbrella, another one. Harvest Brood. As you can see, it's awesome that these couple of these low budget films have had multiple nominations here. The A-Frame, first one for that one. Shelley, you remember to watch that one?
Mm-hmm.
And What Happened to Dorothy Bell. All right, guys. Now, there's a lot of people right out there. I mean, you guys watch, I know you do, but maybe you're new to this show and this channel. A lot of people out there do not support low-budget horror films, and you need to, because there's so much great shit out there. And hopefully, the Hornies have illuminated all the great low-budget films, and that's why this is one of my favorite categories. All right, guys. What do we got?
Nothing.
Sabres lose.
No.
It's 3-4 with 40 seconds left.
They're losing?
No.
They're
up by
3-4,
1.
but they
Jesus.
almost shut them out.
So they're up 3-0 in the third period, almost blew it again.
Yes.
Fucking Sabres.
If they win, I don't care. So-
Right.
But God, you said 3-4, I meant they were lose. Jesus Christ, these people. the delivery was lacking. All right. Horny goes to best low budget. Love this category. Horny goes to Harvest Brood. I think it's quite predictable. I went on that. Joe Meredith, he won Best Director, so it's probably predictable there. If we had Vegas betting, probably would have been easy to go with Harvest Brood there. All right, so check it out, guys. On YouTube, easy access. You can go watch that right after we're done, after the after party. Go watch Harvest Brood. Best Director win and Best Low Budget. So big year for Joe Meredith. I lost my cue card. Where'd she go?
I got you.
Shelley's pulling double duty, live
got
TV.
you.
You never know what's going to happen. Remember the one year she was on her way here to visit. She doesn't live with us anymore. Was on her way in a snowstorm, right? All worried, like right after the war started. Anyway. All right, guys. Can I get a Sabres update? Is this game over yet? Did they win?
She brought her phone, and you're on my phone. So.
And I don't know where my phone is. Anyway. AJ,
Yeah.
give me an update. The Sabres win. Okay, best indie, guys. This is the final 3 categories. You awake out there. This is it. The big final 3. I call this like the Trinity Awards, right? They're the final big 3. Usually, there's like the best cream of the crop right here. All due respect to Harvest Brood. Your nominees, guys, for best indie, best independent. That's short for slang for independent. Okay. Best indie. Jimmy and Stiggs. Been a while, but they've received multiple nominations tonight. Rabbit Trap, multiple. Invader, you're going to see a lot of repeat offenders. Shelley, what's number 4?
Number 4, Cannibal Mukbang.
There you go. There you go. She got it. Here's the first one. All right, Sabres won. I just got the update.
You
on
got the
phone, yeah.
notification.
Looks like they got an empty netter.
Nice.
So they almost blew. No one cares. First one is it's cool though to get this late in the awards and have a first nomination. Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond. We'll talk about that here. And The Mannequin, another one here. So, have you guys seen any of these films? Did you see Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond? First nominee this late in the awards, but it's a big one. If you're gonna get just one, let it be in one of these final 3 categories. Cheers, everybody. Just don't knock the camera. Don't knock. Shelly's a little red cheeked right now. Predictions, anybody? Give me some chat updates.
Got some
Shelley.
Jimmy and Stiggs.
Jimmy and
Stiggs.
Stiggs.
Yep.
Joe Bagos. Joe, don't call me Jeffrey Bezos. Bagos.
What was? Oh, was that the biker bar movie for Trick or Treat? Biker bar movie?
Definitely not. I don't know what that.
No.
I don't know where you're coming from there, but I will talk about Trick or Treat when we go through the films here. All right, guys. Best Indian Horny goes to Invader, Mickey Keating. That's his. I wish you could do like the voice comes over right on the Oscars. That is Mickey Keating's second Best Indie win.
The voiceover.
Yeah, the voiceover. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so Mickey Keating with his second Horny. He won for Carnage Park, whatever year that was. Hope probably could have told me if she was down here right now. But so any of you guys see Invader, great. For you physical guys out there, Terror Vision put out an awesome edition of Invader. So check that out. Great edition. So Mickey Keating back. All right, so quickly to go through the other film, Jimmy and Stiggs, not talking about before. Rabbit Trap, we mentioned before. Cannibal Mukbang, super cool. Obviously a cannibal film, but kind of like, disguised as like a romantic comedy, right? And then the second half goes total horror, body horror. Essentially, the couple start dating. He learns that she's a cannibal. He's kind of cool with it. Nice practical effects. Super cool film. The Mannequin, mentioned that earlier, from the director of Initiation. Please check it out. Super cool film. And then one that we haven't talked about, Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond. So this is from the makers of like the WNUF films, that world. I just got a update. Battery sufficiently charged.
That's good.
Yes. So, so if you're into those WNUF films, kind of like Rudy just came down. And Rudy, how the hell did you get down
He
here?
ran past me.
He will pee. Get this.
I got him. Jesus.
He hasn't been down here in a long time. Maybe a year. Anyway, cat stuff going on. Yeah, we don't let him down here. So by the makers of that WNUF stuff. So if you like that, like kind of, what would you call that? It's like, again, this is the year of like these mockumentaries, kind of fake TV shows, which is super cool. So like a lot of these would go together. Like if you watch Strange Harvest, Harvest Brood, Man Finds Tape is kind of like a mockumentary. And then you go to Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond, which is basically like a Halloween special hosted by Reed Richmond. It tells you like the history of like Halloween and horror. They talk about vampires, werewolves. Super cool. If you're familiar with WNUF stuff, they have like the fake commercials, which are incredibly well done. An absolute new must film to watch during October. You guys gotta watch it. Reed Richmond's this cheesy host. He's like holding a pumpkin. Just awesome. Obviously, it's like not technically a horror film, but it's like horror adjacent. Perfect for the vampires, werewolves. Just awesome. The commercials are fantastic. They're all like seasonal too, like Halloween themed. So it'd be great to just throw on one night. It would feel like you were, as we talked about earlier, like watching some late night TV station in the 90s. Throw on Strange Harvest, Harvest Brew, Trick or Treat, super cool. So there you go, Best Indie. Congrats, Invader. We're down to the final 2 people. Final 2.
You're getting some jokes about, despite all his rage, he's still just a cat in a cage.
I knew that there was. Today's the greatest. day I've ever done it. The Hornies, man. It's the greatest day. You know, I used to be a little boy. All right, your nominees for Best Foreign. Nominees are horror. Great horror comes from all different budgets, right? All different production levels. It also comes from all different parts of the world, right? And that's what Best Foreign is about. Your nominees, this is going to show you. Match, another one. South Africa. I believe that's the first South African nomination for horror. Again, making history tonight, guys. Every year we do. Meat Kills, another one. France. Ciara, Turkey. The Damned. This was a co-production. I believe it had like British, Belgium, but we're going to go with Iceland. I know they shot it there. So, Iceland. Dangerous Animals, Australia. I don't know if you're still watching. You're probably eating dinner. And Dead Talent Society from Taiwan. All right. So, you got Iceland, Turkey, Taiwan, South Africa. Fucking awesome. All right, guys. Love this cat. Oftentimes with this category, not so much this year, but oftentimes it features some that could definitely have been nominated for Best Picture. Predictions, get them in.
Does this Trick or Treat have a release, like physical release?
Thank you. It does. It absolutely does have one. Just Google. I think it's like from the site of the guys who do those films. Yeah, not a Blu-ray but a DVD. So absolutely.
And Explosive Action is still here. It says time for a midnight snack.
Man, you just did this in a whole day.
Dude, did I just go through your
Right.
whole meal cycle? He's had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and now it's
Yeah.
a midnight snack. God damn. Time really flies in Australia.
And Southport Rocker said Dangerous Animals filmed in my neck of the woods.
Are you live in Australia?
There's two Aussies, I
What?
believe, in the chat.
Southport Rocker, like, if I'm not mistaken, man. I'm sorry I forget your name, but definitely been around a while with the Hornies
Mhm.
and Horace Ball, and I appreciate you, man. But if you're in Australia, I had no idea. So if that's the case, that's awesome. Must be, because that's Dangerous Animal. All right, guys. Any predictions?
Dangerous
The Horny
Animals.
goes to, for Best Foreign, I get like goosebumps for these last couple. Horny goes to Meat Kills. Very prolific region in horror history, France. And on that note, I will say, well, let me go through the zones first. Before we go. A Match, we talked about that earlier. Streaming on Tubi. Ciara, we mentioned that with Ken Evernall, that's how I pronounce it. The Damned, I talked about that one. Dangerous Animals, we didn't talk about. Basic premise, essentially a shark horror film. The lead antagonist, kind of like that. I don't want to say like, I guess cliched Australian kind of hunter. Essentially, the actress who was nominated for Caroline Bang Award. She ends up on this boat. This guy kidnaps young women, puts them on his fishing boat. He hunts for sharks. The cool thing is the kills are great. He uses the sharks as part of his kills. He basically hangs the victims over the boat, and the sharks jump on them. So the kills are super cool. Very well done. The villain's very charismatic, but kind of like in that Wolf Creek type vibe. So super cool villain. Again, kind of derivative, but just well executed. It's actually from the director of The Loved Ones, which I loved, and his follow-up film name escapes me. I didn't like it. Devils. I don't remember. I didn't like his follow-up nearly as much as Loved Ones. But anyway, so it's from a director who definitely has some horror cred. Super cool. And then Dead Talent Society. On that note, I watched that very late last night. Very last film to watch of the year, technically. Absolutely loved it. It's streaming on Netflix. Again, Taiwanese film. It's a horror comedy done so well. Essentially about the whole cast are ghosts, and it's kind of like plays as like a kind of social commentary on like social media and influencers, and how even after you're dead, you're still trying to get like popular and cred. Extremely well done. Very likable cast. Great ensemble cast. Again, got nominated for cinematography. So super awesome film. If you have Netflix, check it out. As you can see, got a great last minute nomination, which is really cool. Which kind of reminds me of True Love Ways from a few years back, which was the very last film I watched the night before the Hornies and ended up winning Best Foreign. This didn't win it, but it got nominated. All right, guys, get the kids up.
I'm gonna hold it.
No, I gotta.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got this. Yeah. This is it. Well, what I'm really stretching is I gotta go through all the winners. That's really difficult. I haven't fucked up yet, but I feel like now we're at 15 years. All right, guys, this is it. A Dog won Best Actor. Sabres won. They're gonna make the playoffs. I'm wearing a turtleneck. Finchie's not here. Fuck fascism. It's been a wild year, man. This is the big one. All right. My final envelope. Hopefully you can't see through that. Turn it around.
Flip it.
Flip it. It'll make sense. I hope you guys have had fun tonight. Again, thank you so much for a little bit different experience joining live again later for all you guys watching this on the flip side, literally. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family.
We'll flip the camera correctly for the
Yeah,
after
stick
show.
around for the after party. I know it's just for the diehard toadies, but there's some fun stuff. We got some additions to show off. Some talk about a few films that many other people liked and I definitely disliked. So we'll have some fun. Yeah, it's for the diehard toadies. Please stick around. The after party is always fun. Talk about the winner of Best Picture some more, of course. This is it, guys. Your nominees for Best Horror Film. I'm losing it. 2025. Your nominees are The Ugly Stepsister, Bring Her Back, Good Boy. You see, these films have been all over the awards. Best Wishes to All, Sinners, and Weapons. Talk about heavyweights, huh? This feels really good to me. Like, it kind of comes into fruition here. Where seeing, like, actually vocalizing those 6 films and how worried I was, like, even as recent as like 3 or 4 months ago. I remember telling Shelly, like, man, this is not good. Like, and reading those films, 6 awesome horror films. So proud.
Almost all of which have had a theatrical release as well.
That's what's crazy about these. Like, Best Wishes to All is the only one. Good on that point. Hope, like, we tell you how, like so you're up for Best Picture, you can't get Best Theatrical nomination. There you go. 5 of the 6 films had pretty large. Did the Ugly Stepsister have is that a limited theatrical?
We had it for like a week.
Did you?
At one Showtime late at night.
Okay. So generally
but it
speaking,
was out.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's a testament to how awesome theatrical horror is. So please go support your theater. Yeah, Best Wishes to All. And it's kind of cool. Like you said, 5 of the 6 are theatrical, and then we did get a streamer in there, right? As I pivot to the era of streaming being part of the Hornies, I think it's apropos that Best Wishes to All ends up getting a Best Picture nomination. All right, guys.
Well, we got confirmation Jay is still here.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Jay, I know you well enough to know that you haven't been here the whole time.
Southport Rocker is going with Ugly Stepsister.
Yeah, I love getting. If you are in the chat right now, I want you to type your prediction. No, you know what? I take that back. Don't type your prediction. Type what you would pick. That's what I want.
Southport Rocker, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. It's not one of the. Okay, so you.
I know, but it's their
I
favorite.
got you.
Irish Mad Dog is still here.
All right. I thought he bounced after hearing his.
Weapons. We got
2 weapons.
Weapons.
So is that before
3
I?
weapons.
Is that before I said what would your pick be or what's your prediction? Like, are these people
Both.
both?
After you said both.
Weapons. We're getting a lot of weapons.
Bring her back.
So I'm gonna assume these are what people would
These
out
are
of
their
that
picks.
list. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So apparently the guy who threatened me earlier isn't in
Not
the
here.
chat because we're getting a lot of weapons. Another regular's not here. My good friend Lionel.
He did pop in much earlier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but I haven't seen him in a while.
He's got.
He's
He's
busy.
like a baseball coach and shit like that. So he's got family bullshit going on.
Irish Mad Dog said it's good boy, stop stalling.
I want Wilhelm's prediction. Or did he?
He said weapons.
Did he face
Weapons.
plant?
Weapons. He's still with us.
All right.
Jay said
Bring her back.
What'd Jay say?
Jay?
Doesn't know. So.
Jay
said
said
bring her back.
We don't know either.
Bring Jay back.
bring him
You
back.
you left, man. Don't fucking
Bring him back.
yeah. Bring him
That's
back.
the sequel. Bring
The
him
sequel
back.
to telling me he's been here the whole time.
Eric says bring her back.
Eric, you're still here. I'm fucking nervous. Man.
That's weird. Him and Jay were gone at the same time.
Bring Tom back.
Wait, Jay, did you guys have a cemetery echo practice on the fucking Hornies
On the night of the
You
Hornies.
fucking, is that the truth? I blamed the girlfriend earlier.
Wilhelm said I may or may not be drunk. Bring Jay back in a classy suit.
Next year, like I said, next year bring the sexy back.
Next year, that'll be the sequel.
No
Bring
more
him
fucking turtlenecks and Billy Corgan and fucking
back.
Nazi. Alright.
All right.
Like I said, this will go down in horny history. Just one of the oddest years, but still, I love how this as far as like the horror goes. Like our personal lives suck.
It also didn't shut off after 3
Yeah,
hours.
this
so.
country sucks, but the horror genre is resilient as hell, and they came through. So, one final hold up, whatever you're drinking, guys. Hold it
Irish
up.
Mad Dog said I may or may not be drunk also.
Hold it up, everybody. Cheers, everybody. It really,
Cheers.
it seriously means a lot to me, all of you, whether you're new or obviously a lot of regulars here, definitely diehards. Appreciate you making this part of your Saturday evening. I know how valuable Saturdays can be, especially if you're off the next day. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. You know, doesn't get a lot of views, but I appreciate all of you that, you know, hopefully see the passion that I convey, that our horror genre will continue to live on because of modern horror, correct? And the whole reason I started this was because I was sick of hearing people say, yeah, they don't make any great horror movies anymore. That's bullshit. And the Hornies will go down as proof, in my opinion, to that. So here we go, guys. Final run through the Ugly Stepsister. Bring her back. Good boy. Best versus all. Sinners. Weapons. Who will join? Here we go. This is going to be bad. Usually I have Jay here kind of like helping me out. Who will join? The horror. Hallowed Horror.
Just open the envelope.
Hallowed Horror. Hallowed Grand. You know what I'm trying to say. Of Horror's Ball, we got the very high ceilings here with all the banners of all the previous winners. Who will join? I'm not going to cheat and look at the banners. Who will join? Hobo with a shotgun. I'm going to fuck up the second one. I'll live it.
Antiviral. It's antiviral and then livid.
Is it?
Yes.
She knows she's the little
know.
Indian
Is it?
kid.
It's not with Indian?
No,
I don't know.
I think it's live the second one, isn't it?
No.
Anyway.
Antiviral's 2012, livid was 2013.
No,
I
Antiviral's
can fact check that.
2013. Antiviral's 2013, because that's the worst year in Horn's history. Okay. Hobo with a Shotgun, Livid, Antiviral, Pieces of Talent, Starry Eyes,
The Witch.
Witch, Monster, Housewife.
Okay, you're right.
I'm right. Housewife, Lighthouse.
No, I feel like there was one in between.
Could be. Guys, help me out. Housewife, Monster.
That might be it. We'll go back if there's not enough.
Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. It's
We'll
15
look it up
years.
for the after
It's
show.
15 years. It's difficult. I'm proud to say I can't run them all. 'Cause
Skinnamarink was in there?
it's been going. That was a couple years. I'm proud to say that I can't list them all. I went 14 years of being able to list them all. So, all right. Here we go, guys. 15 years. It's difficult to remember all that. And I don't got I got fishing next week. All right, guys, here we go. I will say who will join You'll Never Leave Me, Never Find Me from last year. You'll Never Find Me. That's the most recent one. Who will top You'll Never Find Me? The Horny goes to Best Horror Film of 2025. The Horny goes to Bring Her Back, the first ever Australian horror film to win.
Wow.
Did he watch it? Our Aussie boys. Do we have two
Yeah.
Aussie boys here?
Yes.
How awesome is that? We got two across, as far away from us as possible on this earth, and they are here to witness the first Best Picture win for an Australian film. That's awesome. The brothers, Philippou.
Philippou? They were also YouTubers, I'm pretty sure.
Were they really?
Yeah.
So again, the maturation, in my opinion, from Talk to Me to Bring Her Back. One thing I love about like the Best Picture, it's like for me, it's not like I love how it obviously sometimes you have these films that like right off the you just like Skinamarink kind of like that. I'm like it's gonna be really tough.
And it came out in like January.
Yeah, that's cool about like that's the thing. I love how different each year, right? Like you have the very rare case where like Skinamarink and Starry Eyes were the very first films of those years that I saw, and they won Best Picture. I mean, that's like rare. Other times you have a late film like Housewife. I had watched during October that year, and that won. So I love how distinct each year is. It's so different. Like last year, You'll Never Find Me kind of really sealed it on my second watch, which is as a testament how important second watches are. But it's always like just feel. It's not obviously intuition is, premeditative. Like with this, it's always it's sentient, right? I just have the feel like I watch it usually a second time like that's Best Picture. I love that. Bring Her Back was really one of those films that was it all along. I have no complaints about it. It's usually the case with Best Picture. Really have nothing. It's just great across the board. I guess if there's one gripe, I don't even gripe about that film. I would say it's kind of odd that it's a rare case where like the score was pretty much not even like, it didn't even register. Like it's kind of, generally speaking, a Best Picture will have a great score, either nominated or I can say, I can't even like think of what the score was like for. And that's kind of rare. So that'd be my lone like kind of like surprise. Other than that, cast, cinematography, effects, screenplay. So just an amazing film.
After watching it that second time too, when we got it, I was like, "This is just a perfect film."
Yeah,
like there are
which
no
is generally
complaints. It was just
a Best Picture in my
incredible.
mind ends up being essentially to me a perfect film. And like I said, my one lone kind of odd thing with this film is that the score was pretty much just forgettable or not even really like relevant to the film, which is rare for Best Picture. But yeah, other than that, and it's great. We saw it in the theater, which is awesome, and it's happened multiple times over the years, which is great. Again, go support your theater, as Hope says. What do you guys think? Are my two awesome? Is it confirmed? First of all, that
Yeah.
Southport Rocker is
Yes,
from?
Yes.
it is
Awesome.
confirmed.
I know he's been around a while. So yeah, so cool that two. And thank you guys so much. I mean, so what are we talking about here? Like
What?
it's I don't know what time it is there because like he's talking about having a midnight snack. But anyway, I know he's just being funny. But thank you so much. So cool that they're watching from literally across the globe, and we have our first ever. We had the Babadook was nominated that year, but it did not win. So our first ever Australian Best Picture again. Yeah, we talked about these other films, so we don't have to really go into them. Weapons obviously was the big chat pick, but they definitely got a lot of nominations. But it's just cool. You guys see this? You look at these 6 films and see how many nominations all these films got and other victories. So there you go. But Bring Her Back, yeah, absolutely loved it. Wasn't a huge Talk to Me fan. I thought it was okay, but they went from that to next level. So join in. We'll get that banner made. Grab the ropes, put that up there with all the other
rafters.
ones. And the rafters here.
Jay said you both would have picked the same.
For real? All right, that's awesome. The Hell of Halls of Horrors Ball. I got it right. But yeah, Chars, everybody, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you had a
should
great.
get actual horror balls made instead of banners.
Like-
No balls.
They should
It's
be
not
balls.
There's nothing to do with balls.
They should be balls though.
No, they
Like
shouldn't.
stress balls.
So anyway, guys, I'm gonna start calling you guys the Toadies until
I love
unless
it.
you guys give me a better idea.
Nope, that's it.
Okay,
That's
it.
been chosen.
We got Celluloid Casanova and we got the Toadies, but thank you all so much for being here live again. To all of you out there who are watching, not live, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, engage, appreciate it, like, subscribe. Such a weird year, strange year. As you can see, a lot of history made tonight, so this will go down. Definitely a memorable year in Horny's history. And love you all so much. Chars.
We gonna have the
horror.
after show.
After party's coming up. We're going to take a little
10:30.
5-minute.
Take a 10.
Yeah, take
It's 10:12 right now.
a 5-minute break.
10. Just do 10:30.
10 no, not 10 minutes, guys. I'll see you back. I'll be back here in 10
10:25.
minutes. You take as long a break as you guys need. Chars, everyone, thanks so much again. From Germany to Australia to Vermont to California to Canada, of course. Go Sabres. Bring her back. Number one. Chars, everybody. Come back for the after party. It's going to be a lot of fun. If not, some of you guys, I'll see you next year. Appreciate you so much. Follow me on Talk a little more during the year. Follow me on Instagram at Horrors Ball, at Modern Horror Awards, 2 pages. And my band at Sertraline, New York.
And Real Scared Podcast.
Real Scared Podcast. My podcast will return. Cannibal Holocaust will return at some point. Next year, maybe. We'll see. Chars, everybody. Stay scared. Be kind to each other. I'm out. See you at the party. Okay?
You have to end it.
Later. I'm going to press stop now. Bye, everybody.